Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King hanging out with you here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon as we get ready to watch the Buffalo Bills from actually Orchard Park, about 20 miles outside of Buffalo, travel all the way to Denver so they can get high. About a mile high. That old joke there, although it is Denver, so they're pretty good with their marijuana dispensaries to take on the Denver Broncos at Empower Field at Mile High to see who will advance to the AFC Championship game. Going to be a fun one, folks. I certainly hope you're strapped in, ready to go. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, my name is King. If you want anything from this channel, if you like anything from this channel, I mean, if you do want anything, you can come into the chat, let us know. But if you like anything about this channel, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let people know that this channel does exist. And, of course, as always, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hitting that subscribe button. Whether you're here and haven't done it yet or you're just brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. As we are we are on the road to 1,000. We're not 1,000 away. We're almost 1,000 away. We're getting closer, though. I think we're in the 280s now as far as subscription goes. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Help us as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station and our merch store in the top of the chat and in the description below this very video that you're watching live as we're getting ready for this game to go ahead and kick off. What else? Oh, it's official. The New York Giants have signed John Harbaugh. He's fine. It's been finalized. The deal is finalized. Everything is great. I know there's some people starting to get worried. A lot of Giants fans out there. We've been hurt. We've been hurt so many times. You understand? It's like, it's going to screw it up. It's going to be so bad. We don't know. Apparently, they were just hammering out some finer tuned things. From what I understand, Harbaugh kind of wants to redo the entire organization, which is fine because I've been saying for a long time that the Giants organization is kind of a shitty organization, so they could use some help. And it appears from the scuttlebutt, again, there's no real official word about if this was happening or not, but the scuttlebutt is that Harbaugh wanted to have all of these changes and organizational changes all kind of put into the contract for him. So it was all there, legalized, black and white, ipso facto clause 17 of paragraph 3 of whatever, however the lawyers do it. So that apparently is getting all done. So we will see it. Brandon Schutz in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Brandon says, did nobody pick the coach for Steelers yet? How are you doing today? I'm doing great, Brandon. Thank you so very much for joining us. On either one of that, the Steelers, they gotta go through a lot of interview processes to do that. And as far as Tomlin, it appears Tomlin is taking a year off. Tomlin said, I'm taking a year off. From what I understand is that he's going to be looking at doing TV. Mostly, from what I understand, it's going to be Fox. That's kind of got the inside track to get him. So that'll be something to watch. But it seems like Tomlin's not going to be coaching this coming year. He's going to take at least a year off, if not more. Maybe he likes it better. Maybe he'll get back into coaching after a year or two, kind of like Sean Payton. Again, Sean Payton was out for, a year, 2 years after his Saints job and then went to Denver. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens with Tomlin. But maybe he'll get a job with the next hiring cycle. Maybe he'll be the next head coach of the New York Jets once they fire Aaron Glenn after week 5 next season. I don't know. But we're getting ready for this game here, which is the Bills and the Broncos. And then later on tonight we have, of course, the rubber match between the San Francisco 49ers of Santa Clara going up to the beautiful Pacific Northwest avoiding all the hobo shit that's on the streets in Seattle, to take on the Seattle Seahawks. They're at Lumen Field. They're doing their intro video here on CBS. So while they're doing that, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to grab myself a cup of coffee and get ready, baby. Here we go. Getting ready for playoff football on this Saturday. I gotta have coffee in a while. Ball first here. Looks like what we got going on? Talking to Sean Payton. All right, here we go. Who we going for, Brandon? Who we rooting for today? Got these stats set up and ready to go. Getting ready to see who gets the ball first. 35 degrees with a light wind. There in Denver, clear skies, not a cloud in the sky, as blue as your skies as you could hope for. And Denver, Colorado. Looks like Denver will be getting the ball first here. So we'll move the possession indicator over to them. Bills kick it off, and we are underway. From the 1. Broncos return it out to the 20, to the 25, and then he is immediately dropped at the 26-yard line, and we have a Bill down, and he just dropped. Oh, that's not good. He seems to be in pain. He is not moving. He just dropped right to the ground immediately. That is not the way you want to see your game start off. Oh, he hit straight on, helmet to helmet. And that's why he kind of knocked himself out. And he might be already done for the game. First play, and he's out. That's not how you want to see that happen. That is not how you want to see that happen. I mean, you never want to see that happen. You never want to see that happen. That's how you never want the game to start off that way. That's a bad omen for everybody right there. Certainly hope that Williams is all right there. That's Dorian Williams, by the way, from the Bills on the ground right now. So as they get their commercials in, we're going to wait and see if we get any word on Dorian Williams, see how he is doing. Not seeing anything on Twitter as of yet. Any more information? By the way, apparently Dorian Williams wasn't the only one hurt on the ground. Apparently, why does this seem like it's so far behind? So both players are off the field. Good for them. We got that. That's at least something good. But we got 1st and 10 from the 26 here. Bo Nix, play action right out of the gate. Looks, throws down the field. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a first down for the Denver Broncos. They get it down to the 38-yard line. 12-yard gain to Bryant. 1st and 10, Broncos. So 1st and 10 again coming up here for the Broncos. Bo Nix under center. This one's going to be a handoff to Jaleel McLaughlin. He's going to get bottled up, and then he's going to break it. He tried to go up to the right side. Didn't work. Bounced around towards the left side. Was able to get 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4 for McLaughlin. That's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 44 for the Denver Broncos. Nixon shotgun. Good chance this will be a pass play of some kind. Bills showing pressure perhaps. Blitz coming. Corner blitz is coming. Broncos pick it up. Bo Nix. Lee's looking. He's throw. That's going to be a contested ball. But that is going to be caught. Pat Bryant with the reception. That's going to be good for 15 yards. And all of a sudden, the Broncos are already down on the Buffalo 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Broncos, as they are moving the ball here early on. Their first drive of the game. Broncos all the way down to the Buffalo Bills 41-yard line. Nixon shotgun, takes the snap. Throws out of the backfield. This one's going to be to Pat Bryant again, and this one's going to be not as much, but it's still pretty good. 5-yard gain, and Bryant is on the turf. He is not getting up. So Bo Nix's go-to receiver here on this opening drive is now down on the field and looks to be in a significant amount of pain. He's up. He's walking off on his own power. Good to see. Wear knee pads for the love of God, people. So, 2nd and 5. Coming up for the Broncos. They are currently at the Buffalo Bills' 36-yard line already. This is the opening drive of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Bo Nix takes the snap. He's looking. He throws. Cut! Lil Jordan Humphrey spent some time with the Giants this year. I liked him. I like Lil Jordan, but apparently the Giants just, cut him, waived him, whatever the case was. Broncos picked him up. So good to see Lil Jordan doing something there. Being in the playoffs, good for him. And that's good for 4 yards. It's going to be a yard short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 32 for the Denver Broncos here in this opening drive. Third and 1, Bo Nix is in shotgun. Nix is going to keep it. Quarterback designed run. He slides. Now they're going to give him 5 yards on that. That looks like it was like 3 or 4. At 4 at best if you're being generous, but they said 5. Interesting. So they say he got it down to the 27-yard line. First down. Doesn't matter whether it's 4, 5, 17. It's a first down for the Denver Broncos. And they officially have it at the Bills' 27. Man in motion here. Nix takes the snap in shotgun. He throws. It looks like his hand was hit as he threw that ball. It still becomes completed as he gets that to R.J. Harvey out of the backfield. Good for 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 21. Oh, we just missed it. Just missed the 22 to have Taylor already jumping up on our screens here. Here I was saying that Bo Nix wasn't going to be able to do anything. Meanwhile, he's 5 for 5 so far. Whoopsies. Nix pulled it down. He's going to have a designed quarterback run. He's going to be real close to the first down marker. They're going to say no. They're going to say only a 3-yard run, so it's 3rd and 1 from the 18 coming up for the Buffalo. Not for the Buffalo. Well, for the Bills defense. If they can stop the Broncos here, hold them to a field goal attempt, if indeed they would go for a field goal. It's not saying, a lot of coaches go for the 4th down nowadays, especially early on in the game. You're like, why not? Go give it a shot. Quarterback sneak, and, I don't know if he got there. I don't think he got there. Unless they give him a generous spot, which they shouldn't. I don't think he got there. That might be 4th and inches. Crowd's going to boo, but Jesus Christ, crowd, you have to be obvious. You have to look with your eyes. Look with your goddamn eyes. He didn't make it. I don't think he made that at all. They're currently marking it from what it appears to be no gain. So that's going to be, depending on the measurement here, they're going to do the virtual goddamn, let's take 20 minutes to do a computer graphic measurement here. Virtual measurement says he is 2 inches short. Oh, no. So 4th and inches coming up here for the Denver Broncos on this opening drive. Can the Bills stop the Broncos? Yeah, he was not close. Well, Broncos were going to break the huddle, and then Bo Nix called them back into the huddle. Very weird. So here we go. Trips to the right here for Bo Nix. 4th and 2 inches. Nix goes under center, and he's going to bowl right forward through 1st down Broncos. Quarterback sneak. That's good for 4 yards. And that's going to put the ball up at the Bills' 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King hanging out with you here watching the AFC divisional matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Right now, Broncos, 10 plays already, 5 rush, 5 pass. Handoff here on 1st and 10. Throw fumble! Who's got it? Who's got it? We've got a flag down, too. We've got a fumble. We've got a flag. Bills are saying they have the ball. They say Bills have the ball. What's the flag? Bills get the turnover, but what's the flag? Offsides on the defense. So the fumble doesn't mean anything. Broncos maintain possession. And it becomes 1st and 5 from the Buffalo Bills' 9-yard line now. Oh, what a terrible, terrible penalty to take on that play. Could have changed the complexion of the early part of this game. And instead, It's now 1st and 5 from the 9-yard line for the Broncos. Oh, what a costly mistake. What a costly mistake. 1st and 5 for Bo Nix. He's in shotgun. He's going to pull this down and run it himself. And he's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's a yard loss. I know it's a quarterback design run, but it's still a quarterback, and he still got tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So I don't know what the official stats are, but fuck it, I'm calling it a sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
But he's a runner. I don't give a shit. Quarterback behind the line of scrimmage is a sack. That's how I call it. That's how I believe it should be. Anyway, 2nd and 6 coming up now for the Broncos. Nix. He steps back, looks, throws. Go! He had him! He had his man in the end zone, and he dropped the ball. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Oh, I've been rooting for you, but you can't drop that ball right in the bucket. That's a touchdown. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's a touchdown, and Lil Jordan Humphrey dropped that ball. That is Bo Nix's first incompletion, and that ain't on Bo. I'm the first here to make fun of Bo, but that was on the money in the basket. And Lil Jordan dropped the ball. 3rd now and 6 from the 10. Bo Nix with trips to his right takes the snap. He steps back. He looks, throws towards the end zone again. Thought he had a man. The shadow fooled me. Incomplete. Evan Engram was the intended receiver. That one was a little bit overthrown. 4th and 6, and the Broncos are going to settle for a field goal after driving all the way down the field from their own 26-yard line down to what was the 9-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. The Broncos have to settle for 3 in what is, I would say, ostensibly, even if the field goal here is good, it's a big, big win for the Buffalo Bills. Snap, hold, kick, up. Good, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. The Broncos with an early 3-0 lead here in the first quarter of this AFC divisional playoff matchup. The Bills will get their first possession next. 7:29 remaining in the first quarter. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King, hanging out with you here. Hanging out with you all day, all weekend, baby. All weekend. We're doing all the games all the time. It's great. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to come in, join the chat, join the community, you can. Chat is open. Say hi, say hello, say how are you doing. It is fantastic. Make sure that if you're in the chat, you hit on the live chat option, not the top chat, so you can see everybody's messages if you're in there. A little slow today, but that's fine. You know what? It's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's fine. It's Big Game Saturday, too. Plus, there's probably a lot of people watching other streams out there, which is fine and understandable. So I'll just be here. You know, I'm just here. I'm just here. What else am I going to do? What else am I doing today that I wouldn't just be able to sit here and watch football with you guys? So, you know, what do I care? We get a couple viewers here or there. At that point, it's a win. It'll be fine. As for now, you know, just sitting here, chilling, having some nice, lovely, damn, this coffee's good, too. It's good coffee. And you know me, I love drinking my coffee. I love having my good times. And it's right now, even considering how this season went, it's good times for Giants fans, man. We got John Harbaugh. It seems like John Harbaugh is in the middle of completely reorganizing the New York Giants franchise, which is fantastic news. As someone who has been criticizing the Giants organizationally, I even said it felt like what the Giants needed to do was like start over, pretend you're an expansion franchise, just get rid of everybody, and just do it that way. And it seems like it's not to maybe that degree, but John Harbaugh is coming in. He's going to restructure the entire scouting department, nutrition department. Like he's putting in everything that he had in Baltimore, and apparently it was reported by some of the insiders, like your Ian Rappaports and your Shefties and things like that, that from coaches and players who have been in both buildings in Baltimore and the Giants have said that the organizational difference was night and day between the Giants and in Baltimore, where everything was just so much tighter in Baltimore. Everything was first class in Baltimore. Everything was like it was all meant geared towards success the entire time. So it's good to see that might be something coming the Giants' way. As a Giants fan, I'm excited for it. Listen, you can't get any worse than what the Giants have been in the last 15 years. So let's hopefully see we get some sustained success. As we see a lot of the Denver Bronco fans, they are all out in orange. The Orange Crush back in full effect in Denver. When I was a kid, I loved Orange Crush soda, and I kind of liked the Broncos because of the whole Orange Crush thing. Kick is away. That's going to be taken at about the 6-yard line. Return to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, down to the 33-yard line. And that is where the Bills will take over. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Josh Allen comes on to the field. We got a Bronco fan doing the King Kong chest thumping. Ooh, hit the microphone. That hurt. 1st and 10. Allen under center. Takes the snap, hands it off here to Cook, and Cook's going to run it to the 50, down to the 40, all the way down. Wow, 24-yard run. Gets it down to the Denver Bronco 43-yard line. One play. From the Buffalo 33 to the Denver 43. 24-yard run. James Cook, 1st down, Bills. Josh Allen apparently having communication issues with the helmet. It's causing a delay in trying to get the play, and the play clock runs out, but the Bills will call a timeout before that. So the Bills down one timeout. It appears, something wrong with the communication devices. Why you got to learn the hands. You got to get the hand signals back, man. You got to do the whole, hey, woohoo, do all that kind of shit. And you got the play done, Got to go old school with that shit for such eventualities that may happen. So 1st and 10. For the Bills after that 24-yard run by Cook. Going to be another pitch out here to Cook, and Cook's going to get another 1st down. That's a 10-yard run. Gets right to the yellow line. Again, the yellow line is not official. And Patrick Surtain. Oh, no. He is down. Oh, he's kind of standing up now. It looks like he's pointing towards his knee. This is why you should wear your pants down and have the knee pads actually on your goddamn knees, asshole. Except that, I don't know. Yeah, he got hit in the head. Nothing happened with his knee. Unless he got driven back. He lands on his knee. He got hit in the head. It could be a concussion, but I don't know. Or is he trying to hide the fact that it's a concussion? I don't know. He is going into the blue medical tent. Patrick Surtain being out. That is a big loss. So here we go now from the 33-yard line of the Broncos. Josh Allen looks, throws over the middle, caught! That's going to be Shakir with the reception, and that's going to be another 1st down, right over the 1st down marker, about a 10-yard gain again. They're going to mark it down as an 11-yard gain, 11-yard pass. Allen to Shakir, 1st and 10 from the 22. Yeah, we got our first Taylor of the weekend. That feels good. It feels good. I hope it feels good for you. It feels good for me. Hope it feels good for you. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Pitch out here to Cook. Cook cuts it up the field. Gets a 4-yard gain there. 2nd down and 6. Coming up for the Bills down at the Broncos 18-yard line. See you later, Taylor. She was just here for a little bit, and now she is gone. Second and 6 coming up here for the Broncos, again, from the 18-yard line. That's going to be passed to the outside. That's Brady. That's Cooks, not Cook. Brandon Cooks there with the reception. And that's good for 5 yards. They're going to go down to the 13-yard line. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Buffalo Bills. Allen trying to get some signal into his helmet. The crowd is loud. Is it a bad communicator, or is the crowd just so loud he can't hear it? Don't know. Could be a little both. A lot of time on the play clock still, though. Josh Allen looks like it's going to be a quarterback sneak. Man in motion. Allen takes it. Quarterback sneak. He's pushed, and that's going to be a first down for the Bills. He's gotten over the line. Broncos say they have the ball, but the whistle was clearly blown beforehand. Allen crossed the first down marker. First down, Bills from the Denver 12-yard line. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Having a fun time hanging out with everybody. Certainly hope you are having a great time as well on this beautiful, beautiful Divisional Saturday. Tomorrow's Divisional Sunday. I don't even know what goddamn day it is. It's Divisional Weekend. We'll put it at that. .326 remaining. Clock is ticking. Bills go up to the line. What do we got here? The Broncos, they're going to take a defensive timeout here. So both teams down to 2 timeouts, as both have used a timeout on this drive. The Bills offensively, when Josh Allen could not get a signal to his helmet. And the Broncos won defensively when it didn't like how it was set up. Just didn't like it. They were like, you know what? Let's get a chance to regroup here. And it's the first half. The timeouts aren't nearly as important in the first half as they are in the second half, clearly. But we'll see what happens here. Still going to be 1st and 10. Just outside the 11-yard line here, Josh Allen hands off to James Cook, and he's a yard? Maybe 2 yards? I think it's only a yard. They're only going to give him a yard. That's going to be 2nd and 9 down at the Denver Bronco 10-yard line. Patrick Surtain still on the sidelines. Looks like he might be getting ready to come back in. Doesn't have his helmet on yet. Trips to the right here for Josh Allen. He's in shotgun from the 10. Takes the snap, throws, caught. Very short pass there, about 3 yards. That's going to be Shakir with the catch. 3rd and 6 now from the 7. So both teams on their opening drive have gotten into the opposing team's 10-yard line. Can they get back? Pecan in the chat says, are the bitch pigeons Denver? No. Wait, why is that? Yeah, why is that? No, that's the wrong. There's a wrong question in here. That's why. Why is that? Okay, I got to end the poll. I had the wrong one in there. I was looking up one for the other game, and I guess I copy and pasted the wrong thing. Josh Allen, though, he's going to pull it down. Does he get the first down? This is going to be a close one. This one's going to be close. I think he might have the first down. They're going to mark him short. 4th and 1. Allen, he's going to hold on, quarterback sneak, and he gets across. Yeah, Romo's as surprised as I am. I didn't think he was going to. Yeah, that was different. That was weird. Pecan, thanks for the heads up on that one, because again, I was putting everything together. I got both ready at the same time. Let this be a lesson. Don't get 2 streams ready at the same time, because you're going to end up screwing yourself over. First and goal from the 1, handoff to Cook. And he's going to lose about 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. Second and goal coming up here. Josh Allen takes a snap, throws. He's got wide open, caught! Touchdown, Buffalo Bills! Mecole Hardman, former New York Jet, who does a lot of playoff success for a lot of other teams. Did it for Kansas City, now he's doing it for Buffalo, but couldn't do anything for the Jets. But he gets the touchdown here, and the Bills, with an early 6-3 lead, pending the extra point. Extra point, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good, and it is now 7-3. The Buffalo Bills with a lead over the number 1 seed, Denver Broncos. Pecan in the chat says, hey, Bills made that look easy. I'll be honest, both teams went down the field relatively easily. The only difference is the Broncos kind of sputtered once they got inside the 10. The Bills, they were able to finish off the drive. If that's what's going to happen in this game, if this is how this game is going to unfold, I'll go with the team that can finish the drive in the paint against the team that's going to settle for field goals. Which is why I picked the Bills to begin with. Just letting everybody know. Also, I never believed in the Broncos. Meanwhile, watch the Broncos turn around and just start blowing the Bills out here. But it could happen. Could happen. By the way, Pecan, thank you so much for joining us. Pecan, as you can tell, he is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to the donations. If you want to go ahead and donate to the program, we are going to be switching over to Patreon soon. Again, I keep on saying that. I've been saying it for like 3 weeks now. I just haven't done it because I have ADHD. I have problems. It's my own fault. I'm lazy. Don't give me. Pecan says, "Congratulations, King, on the Bills." Game's not over yet, Pecan. We just started. We are literally just going into the second quarter. So that kick that lands in the field of play but bounces out of the corner of the end zone. So because of that, it's a touchback, but a good old-fashioned traditional touchback at the 20-yard line, the way it should be. Oh, reverse psychology. I see what you're doing. First and 10, 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Bo Nix under center. Bo Nix takes the snap, looks to hand it. Oh, it's a fumble! Oh, it gets pitched back to. Whoa! Oh, no! The Broncos should have lost a fumble on the last drive that was only negated by a penalty. Here they fumble this on the quarterback-running back exchange to R.J. Harvey. He pitches it back to Bo. Bo tries to throw a pass. Incomplete. And that's how the first quarter ends, with some wild-ass shit. But the Bills end the first quarter with the lead, 7-3. Over the Denver Broncos. 3 quarters remaining in this AFC divisional matchup. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this beautiful, beautiful, snowy, wintry, which is, apropos for the season, for the time of year, Saturday afternoon. I certainly hope that you're having a great, wonderful, lovely day wherever you may be. If you're sitting there with the snowy, wintry weather, or if you are in a nice, more temperate climate during these winter months, I certainly hope that you're having a great time. Pecan says, reverse psychology. It worked for ELS. Did it? Not last week it did. I Grow Fighting in the chat says, Big Bad Buffalo. And again, Buffalo able to close out their first drive with a touchdown. The Broncos should have lost a fumble. It was offsides penalty, though, on the Bills that was kind of inconsequential to the play, but penalty is a penalty, so they should have lost a fumble. They only got 3 points after being inside the Bills' 10-yard line, whereas the Bills were able to go ahead and finish their drive. So right now, I think the Bills are playing a little bit cleaner of a game. We'll see if the Broncos can kind of shake this out of their head. Okay, a little shaky. They had a fumble they should have lost. They didn't. They had a fumble there on a quarterback-running back exchange. All right, nerves. Maybe it's just nerves. Bo Nix is, he's got nerves. I don't know. Whatever it may be. So maybe they shake this off. Maybe they get better. We will find out. I Grow Fighting in the chat says, hello, friend. When I'm done smoking and being lazy, I'm making walking tacos. What's a walk? Do I not know what a walking taco is? Either. I think all tacos can be walking tacos if you're just walking around with it. If I'm being honest. Kaiju in the chat says, go Broncos. Kaiju me Kaiju. I'm a big Kaiju fan, by the way. Godzilla fucking rules. Godzilla's my fucking spirit animal. I fucking love Godzilla. He's the best. Anyway. Great to have you in here, Kaiju. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. He's rooting heavily for the Denver Broncos. Will the Broncos clean up some of their mistakes and do better on this second drive, ending up in the end zone? We're going to find out. 2nd and 10 for Bo Nix. He's in shotgun. He takes the snap. He's getting pressured. He's just going to chuck this one out of bounds. Incomplete. And that's going to make 3rd and 10 from the 20. So, by the way, Dorian Williams apparently is being evaluated for a neck injury. He's been brought to a local hospital. So, 3rd and 10, Bo Nix loads up, goes down the field. Is that caught? And the officials come in and say, no, skipped off the ground. They say incomplete. Intended for Cortland Sutton, and yet that indeed did hit the ground. No good. Incomplete. 4th and 10 for the Broncos. So a 3 and out after the Bills score a touchdown on their opening drive and lead 7-3. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you, I Grow Fighting. I got you. Yeah. The old Doritos or Fritos or whatever, you put all the taco stuff in there and then eat it like that. Yeah, that sounds good as shit. And that kick is going to be fair caught at about the 37, and that is where the Bills will take over for their next drive, their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10, with 14:42 remaining in the second quarter, as CBS goes to a commercial. I'm going to see if I can find it. I'm on the CBS stream. I don't know why it's so... Why is it so behind? I don't know. That was very weird. It's very weird. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm down with that, you know. But I grow fire. Yeah, you know. Hey, listen, you want to know something? You're gonna be, you know, if you're gonna be smoking, as it were, the old Mile High Kush, the old Orange Crush. You'd figure like a Denver dispensary, like somewhere up there, since they've had since I think it was Super Bowl 48. So that's because it was just before then. I think Washington and Colorado both legalized marijuana, and that's when everybody was saying, "Oh, it's the cannabis Super Bowl for Super Bowl 48." Like, you figure if you're in Denver and you have a dispensary in Denver, like, not having a strain called Orange Crush has some nice citrus fruity notes to it or something. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, that just seems like a moneymaker. Get high while watching the Mile High team play. So, you know, it all works out. It all works out pretty good. Lloyd in the chat. Thank you for joining us, Lloyd. He says, I got the Broncos making some pizza. So, man, we got Lloyd making pizza. We got Igro Fighting doing the walking taco. Come on. Oh, man. ELS joining us in the chat. Great to see you, ELS. He says, go Bills. ELS excited for this game, as I think everybody. We're all excited for the NFL. Great to see you. Thank you so much, ELS, for joining us here. Once again on Stay Tuned Sports. Yeah, Lloyd, I remember that. Yeah, everybody called it like the cannabis bowl, like the weed bowl. Get it? Because it was a bowl, like you pack a bowl. It's a Super Bowl. Oh, weed culture, man. Woo. Let's not forget also, after this game, we do have the San Francisco 49ers and Seattle Seahawks, the rubber match of the 2025 season, with everything on the line. The loser goes home. The winner goes to the NFC Championship game. 1st and 10 for the Bills. Hand off to Cook. And Cook is going to slice and dice his way right up the middle. Not the first Buffalo running back to slice and dice, by the way. But he gets a 5-yard gain all the way up to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bills. Lloyd says, speaking of edibles, I'm eating half of one, which is why you're making the pizza, I would imagine, because once you have that pizza craving is going to come in. Josh Allen, play action, pulls it down. Now he's going to run it himself, and he's got room, and he's all the way down to the Denver Bronco 32-yard line. Holy shit. 26-yard run from Josh Allen, Mr. Haley Steinfeld. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 from the Denver Bronco 32-yard line. ELS in the chat says, King, I know you're happy about John Harbaugh officially being the Giants head coach. Yes, I am. I've talked about it a ton here. Here we go. Pitch out here to James Cook on 1st and 10. He drops the ball. It's a fumble. And the Denver Broncos recover. Oh, no. Disaster for the Bills. And we've got an injured Bill on the ground. Oh, it's McGovern. One of the big pieces of that offensive line down for the Bills. Oh, Cook took a helmet right to the hands where the ball was, knocked it right out, and that is Broncos ball. There is no doubt about that. Oh, no. Igro Fighting says, no. Hell of a hit, says Pecan. They are looking for his soul on that one. Right on the hands. You can't get a better hit than that if you're looking for a fumble. And all of a sudden, the Bills, after that big Josh Allen 26-yard gain, were looking like, boy, this is going to be something. This is going to be something. And sure enough, just the very next play, it's a fumble. And now the Broncos, after having gone 3 and out on their second possession, they catch a break here. and they get 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. ELS says, damn. I grow right before that happens. Josh Allen got the city on his back, team on his shoulders, Bills in his back pocket. But unfortunately, James Cook also has the football on the ground, and it is Broncos ball. Yeah, we figured that. ELS telling us here a report that Ian Rapoport gave us a little earlier that Aaron Rodgers is not expected to return to the Steelers. He went to the Steelers for Mike Tomlin. He made that abundantly clear to start off with. And so with Tomlin being gone, he'll be either somewhere else next year or he will retire, one or the other. I honestly feels like he might play one more year somewhere else just because it's Aaron Rodgers. It always feels like that. I was thinking Miami for some reason, but somebody in the Rubber Room Discord chat, which, by the way, if you want to join our Discord, it is the link for that is down in the description and up in the top of the chat, by the way, along with all the other ones there for our merch store and our donation station, if you feel like it. It was brought up by a couple people, though, that he might actually go to the Vikings. He might have gone a little bit more circuitous with his route, but he might do the Brett Favre special there and going from Green Bay to the Jets, put an extra stop there in Pittsburgh, but then might end up going to Minnesota anyway. And I think it would fit. Yeah, see, ELS, I said the same thing. I think he's got a chance to go to the Vikings here. 1st and 10 for the Broncos, and that's going to be McLaughlin, and McLaughlin just takes off right up the middle, wide open, 13-yard gain for Jaleel McLaughlin. 1st down and 10 for the Broncos at their own 44-yard line. Igro says, oh boy, Big Mo, man. Big Mo works, and people who don't think it does, they don't watch enough football. You can really see that. 1st and 10. Bo Nix under center, play action. He's looking to throw, and that's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Lloyd says, I got him going to the Falcons. I don't think he's going to the Falcons. He's going to. Part of me feels like Lloyd is channeling Hamster a little bit. Whether or not he is Hamster or not, I don't know. Feels like it. I think he's going to go to the Falcons. Why? They got Penix. They're betting everything on Penix on that one. Oh, that's going to be Harvey, and Harvey's going to get himself a 12-yard run. R.J. Harvey down to the Bills' 44-yard line, gain of 12 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Broncos. So the Broncos, again, starting to move the ball like they did in their first series. Play action here for Bo. Bo's looking for somebody. He's going to pull it down, and now he's going to be stopped after a 1-yard gain. So not a sack, but a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Broncos. All right, Lloyd, I'm having fun with you because you've been a lot on the Falcons lately. I'm just messing with you. Have fun. Bo Nix throws deep down the field, caught! And that's going to be a 1st down, 27-yard pass all the way down to Mims. And that's going to be 1st and 10 from the Bills, 16-yard line. He did not overthrow that one. Oh, no, if you're a Bills fan, and oh, yes, if you're a Broncos fan. First and 10 from the 16. Handoff here, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss for R.J. Harvey and the Broncos. 2nd and 12. Coming up from the 18-yard line. Pecan said, hell of a throw. Agree, Pecan. I'll give him flowers when he deserves the flowers. He deserved flowers on that throw. Hell of a throw by Bo. And he had a real good throw that would have had him a touchdown on their first drive if little Jordan Humphrey learned how to catch. 10:25 and counting remaining. 2nd and 12. Bo Nix looking to throw. He's going to pull it down and run it himself. He's channeling Josh Allen. He slides down a yard short of the first down. That is going to be an 11-yard gain on 2nd and 12. It's going to be 3rd and 1 down at the 7-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Rodgers isn't going to go to either of those teams. I mean, going to the Lions would be fun. I think he'd have fun there, but I don't think they're done with Goff. The Lions aren't done beating Goff yet. Nix, under center, takes a snap, throws. He's got a tackle eligible, caught. Touchdown, Broncos! You got a fat guy touchdown! That guy touchdown for the Broncos. Frank Crum, offensive tackle. With the touchdown, you love to see the big fat guy touchdowns. You love to see it. And the Broncos take the lead on a fat guy touchdown. Number 73, Frank Crum. Nine to 7. The extra point is up. It is good, and that makes it 10-7. The Broncos regain their 3-point lead over the Bills. 9:33 remaining in the second quarter. Lloyd says, "Let's go." Pecan excited as well. Says a big boy score. You gotta love it when the big men get the ball and get together. Little glory for the big man. Make sure I hope he took that ball with him. Yeah, get that one. That one goes on the shelf. You never forget that one. Great job for Frank Crum. And for the Broncos. And that fumble turned into 7 points. Costly error for the Bills. Can they recover? We're going to find out here just momentarily. Hi, Pep and Jack. I see you trying to sneak. You being a little sneaky sneak. Oh, you sneaking snacks? Listen, if you go make some snacks, you can snack me. Oh, you got that. Yeah, I thought you were going to use that for lunch. Like for your work lunch. Oh, okay. If you're making something snacky, if not, I don't want to. Sure, you could do that or the rolls, the Totinos. Yeah. How do you not know what that is? It's a long day, ladies and gentlemen. To make sure that you're properly fueled and fed. I agree, EOS. I think when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, I think it's Vikings. I think it could be Miami. I think Miami, Vikings, or retirement, because I don't see too many other places that he would want to go, or too many places that kind of are looking for that kind of bridge quarterback until you can get like maybe it goes back to the Jets. I Grow Fighting in the chat says next Saturday UFC is back. I would imagine with a name like I Grow Fighting that you're super excited about UFC. UFC is not really my thing. That used to be Jimbo, who used to be on channel, loved UFC. Big UFC guy, still loves UFC, and he loves the bare knuckle fighting. That was never quite my thing. I don't know why. I just could never get into the MMA. It was just like whatever. I like boxing. I'll watch boxing every now and then. I can do things like that, but like I just I don't know. I just never really got huge into MMA. That's just me. Am I dumb? Probably. I don't know. We got a kickoff here, and the Bills are going to get that out to the 32-yard line. Seems to be, but hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a flag. Only our second flag of the game, by the way. And what's this going to be? Block in the back on the Bills. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That's going to knock them all the way back to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 17 for the Buffalo Bills. Lloyd in the chat says, David Spade is my uncle. Lloyd, you tell so many fibs. You could literally be telling me the truth, and I still wouldn't believe you. I did see that as well. Not a handoff here. It's going to be a pass here from Josh Allen. 1st and 10. Deep ball throws. Joe, we got our first Bo overthrow of the game, and it's not from Bo. It's from Josh Allen. Incomplete as he Bo overthrows Brandon Cooks down the sideline. 2nd and 10 for the Bills. ELS in the chat says Hafley, Jeff Hafley from the Green Bay Packers, their defensive coordinator, is reportedly the front runner for the Dolphins job, which would be his first head coaching role in the NFL just 2 years after the Packers hired him from Boston College. That'd be something. Hand off to James Cook, and he's going to get all the way down. 9-yard gain, just a yard, like half a yard short of the first down. So Bill's going right back to Cook here, saying, we trust you. Just don't fumble the goddamn ball again or else. And that's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 26. And the Bills get a first down. Will the Broncos hold them here and most likely force a punt? Will this be a 3-and-out? Josh Allen, he's going to take that kind of, boy, he gets pinballed around, but he breaks the first down plane, and that's going to be a first down for the Bills. They're going to give Allen 3 yards on that particular run/push as he gets down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Buffalo Bills. Chris Farley's cousin is the CEO of Ford, so I think Tommy Boy is an homage to him. Could be. By the way, Tommy Boy, absolute classic. ELS, I know you're a youngin'. If you've never watched Tommy Boy, go see that. Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Watch both of those movies. Those are fantastic. Handoff here to Cook. Again, 5-yard run. Gets it up to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Buffalo Bills. Listen, if they can stop, don't do the turnovers. The Bills have looked very good. Outside of the turnover that cost you 7 points, it looked great. Problem is, mistakes like that will happen. 128 yards for the Broncos, 116 total yards for the Bills. Very even yard total here so far. Josh Allen's going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw the Cook, and he gets it, and he's got yards. He's got yards in front of him, and that's going to be a first down plus many, many more. 24-yard gain for the Bills. James Cook up the right side, gets it down to the Denver Broncos 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Bills, as they are now in Denver territory. Well, Lloyd, I mean, it's not necessarily a given that he would, considering how old he is. Chris Farley was dead before I think ELS was born. So Josh Allen takes the snap, avoids the pressure, amazingly, gets it across over the middle. Caught. That's going to be Dawson Knox, and that's good for 12 yards. First down, Bills, as they get it all the way down to the Denver 30-yard line. 1st and 10. So the Bills looking very, again, outside of that, coffee went down the wrong pipe. Outside of that one mistake on the last drive with the fumble that did end up costing them 7 points. The Bills have looked very good, very well-oiled machine-like here on offense. Shakir in motion. Josh Allen takes the snap. He's looking. He's trying to avoid the pressure again, and he's not going to do it this time. That's a sack, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Allen. Sacked. Big loss, too. That's about a 7-yard loss.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Hey, ELS says he does know Chris Foley. I wouldn't have blamed you if you didn't. You know what I mean? You're a youngin'. You're one of the youngins. So here we go. 2nd and 17 coming up here for the Bills after that 7-yard sack. Josh Allen, quick throw out of the backfield here to Shakir. Shakir is going to get it back up to the 30 where he is taken down. So we've got back to a 3rd and 10 for the Bills, at the Broncos' 30-yard line. Yeah, it seems it's trending that way, ELS. ELS says, I have a prediction. I'm going to throw this in there. He thinks Kevin Stefanski is going to be the Falcons' head coach. It seems to be going that way. 3rd and 10. Trips to the right here for Josh Allen. He looks, throws. That's going to be caught. That's Brandon Cooks, and he gets it at the 15-yard line. It's a 15-yard pass, and that's a first down for the Buffalo Bills. They were facing a 3rd and 10, and they get it. 15 yards, 5 more than they needed, and that's going to bring it down to the Denver 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Bills. Pecan in the chat says, this Broncos defense is soft. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. The Bills get it off here. Hand off to Cook, and he's going to get 1 yard. Seems to be there's a Denver Bronco defensive lineman complaining, thinking he should have had a penalty called against the opponent against him. No such flag was thrown. And so that 1 yard play is just there. 2nd and 9 coming up from the 14-yard line for the Bills. 3:25 and counting remaining in the second quarter. Oh, Lloyd, you were even born after his death. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Oh, boy, bad snap for the Bills. Josh Allen, he's going to pull it down, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So no loss, no gain, but since apparently the NFL says if it's a no gain, it still counts as a sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And that's going to make it 3rd and 9 for the Bills. God, you're all so young. You're all so young. All of you, a bunch of youngins. Lloyd's making fun of ELS for being young. Lloyd, you just as young. You're just as young, boy. 3rd and 9. Allen takes the snap in shotgun. He's looking to avoid the pressure. He does. He rolls out to his right side. We got a flag down. Allen throws to the end zone. Dropped! Keon Coleman had it in his hands and dropped it in the end zone. It would have come back anyway as holding against the Bills. That penalty is declined, 4th down. So it's not like it would have mattered. Oh, but you can't. I mean, I know it's going to be called back anyway, but you can't drop that ball. What are we doing? Lloyd, you might be 6 years older than ELS, but you're still a baby to me, man. Snap. Hold, the kick is up, and that is as straight and true as you'll ever see a kick happen. And we have a tie game in the Mile High City. 10-10, the Bills lead over the Denver Broncos. 2:13 remaining in the second quarter. The Bills will get the ball first in the second half. Pecan in the chat says, we have a game. Lloyd says, LOL Bills. Not sure why. I Grow Fighting has the emoji of a buffalo. Very nice. Whatever happened to... Because here's the thing. We used to have a guy come in here. He was like orange and blue forever or something like that. I used to just call him orange and blue. He used to come in here. He was a huge Denver Bronco fan, but he was also a big Wyoming College fan, which is why he also rooted for the Bills and Josh Allen, because of Josh Allen, who went to Wyoming. So I wonder how he's feeling in this game right now as the Bills are facing off against the Broncos. Who does he root for? Split loyalties. It all comes down to this. I wish he was still around. I wish he'd still come in the chat and be like, "Hey, I don't know. How would you go with that?" To me, I would always go with team over player. Like, I love Notre Dame. Notre Dame is fantastic. I will always root for Notre Dame and root for people from Notre Dame to do well. But, like, I look back and think about, like, oh, yeah, Joe Montana was, very famous for Notre Dame. Yeah, but then he also played for the San Francisco 49ers in the 80s. So I didn't like him. You know what I mean? Jerome Bettis. I rooted for Jerome Bettis when he was with Pittsburgh, but if they ever played the Giants, I'm rooting for the Giants. So that was the way I always went. So if Orange and Blue, the former citizen of the chat who used to pop in here every now and then, if he has the same sensibilities that I do, and really, shouldn't we all? It feels like you'd go with team over individual and root for Broncos over Josh Allen in that sense. But I wonder. Yes, ELS, he's being considered for a lot of things. ELS letting us know that Brian Daboll being considered right now for the Titans' next head coaching job. He's also being considered. The Chargers are interviewing him for offensive coordinator. I think he's got a couple of offensive coordinator interviews under his belt already. Which, if I'm Brian Daboll, I would feel better about going that route with it. But Broncos get the kickoff. They're going to return that up to the 30-yard line, and that is where they will be dropped. 1st and 10 for the Broncos from their own 30-yard line coming up here. If Brian Daboll goes to the Titans, I feel bad for the Titans. I agree. From what I've seen now, it is that way. And it's not just Daboll because he was with the Giants who's like, oh, I hate Brian Daboll. I don't hate Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll, can work, and I would like to see him work as an offensive coordinator. I really would. I just don't think he's a head coach right now. I think the same thing about Robert Saleh, too. Bo Nix throws 1st and 10, incomplete. He was looking for Cortland Sutton on that play, did not find him. 2nd and 10 coming up here from the 30 for the Broncos. Just a little it looked like it was a little behind him. Lloyd says that was a prediction I made about Daboll going to Tennessee. If I'm Tennessee, listen, if Tennessee likes him, they want him to be their guy, he could be their guy. 2:01 remaining. This will be the last play, obviously, before the 2-minute warning. Bo Nix takes the snap, play action, goes back, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be Evan Ingram, former New York Giant, with the catch, 7 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 37. When we come back, 1:55 remaining. It is the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Bills 10, Broncos 10. Lloyd says Eberflus is apparently being considered by the Browns for what? Coordinator or head coach? Either one is a terrible choice, but that would That would be the Browns. That would be the Browns, baby. That organization. The fact that they kept who's that, Andrew Berry as general manager, just shows you. Here's the guy that screwed up all the, look at every single roster screw up in Cleveland. And it all stems from the general manager. And they kept the general manager and fired the head coach. Like, I don't know what Berry has on Jimmy Haslam, or just Jimmy Haslam is half brain dead, and I think that's too. If anybody's ever been to a Flying J lately, anyway. I don't. The Browns are just a very bad organization, and what they need is something like that. It feels like the Maras there in East Rutherford seem to finally be willing to do. When they got Harbaugh in, what took so long with the contract is that it seemed like Harbaugh was having everything kind of notarized and put into the contract of how he wants to reorganize and restructure the Giants. And it seems like Mara was finally like, yes, we got to change something. We can't keep doing things the same way we're doing it because it's not working. So you bring in somebody to change the organization. Changing the organization changes the culture, changes everything like that. And the Giants finally seem to be willing to do that. I think until that happens in Cleveland, until you have Jimmy Haslam say, like, all right, let's just bring in somebody, clean house, restructure everything, and let's go. Because right now, the Browns are still doing shit the way Browns do shit. And it's like, that's not going to work. But Lloyd in the chat says, the Browns at this rate just throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks. You can't tell me that there's pens used in that organization. Like, no Sharpies, no Bics, just Ticonderogas, baby. Old number 2. The old number 2 pencil. Makes sense since, the Browns are a giant number 2. 3rd and 3 out of the 2-minute warning coming up here for the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws across the middle. Caught. And it looks like there's a bit of an injury there to Mims in his leg. It's going to be a 6-yard pass. Yeah, Mims is kind of limping. He's still staying on the field, though. Good for him. Tough guy. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Bo Nix stands in the pocket. He's hit as he throws. That is going to be incomplete. Now he picks it up. The Bills pick it up. I think it's going to be an incomplete pass. The refs let the play go out there, but let's see. That's close. So they do say incomplete pass. They say that, yeah, that's close. That's close. Oh, Lord. Oh, they don't even use Ticonderoga. They use the cheap pencils. Oh, wow. Jesus. That might be the most insulting thing I've heard anybody say about the Browns. You're not even good enough to use Ticonderoga, baby. The Cadillac of pencils. Look at it coming up here. Mims in motion. Nix takes the snap. Throws. He gets hit again. That's going to be caught, brought down to about the 50-yard line. That's going to be Bidet for a 7-yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Broncos from the 50, directly at midfield. You can't get more middle than that. Right from the Cyber Horse's head. Nix takes the snap. He's looking. He can't find anybody open. Now he's going to pull it down and run. He's got the first down and gets out of bounds with 56 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the Buffalo Bills 44-yard line. Oh. Thank you, Bubba. Pepper Jack is the best. She made me pizza rolls. Hot. That's just the thing, baby. They are hot. Woo! Today's my cheat day, too, so I can have a little bit here. 1st and 10. That's going to be handoff to Bidet. We got a flag down, though. And that's going to be holding on the Broncos, number 54. So moving back 10 yards, it's going to be now. Where are they? It's going to be 1st and 20, all the way back at the 46. Trying to see where the hell they had this one spotted. It's their own 46, by the way. They were in Buffalo territory. But now it goes to 1st and 20 at the at the Denver 46. Nix is in shotgun, got trips to the right. He takes the snap. He throws. That is going to be caught and brought right back down to the 44-yard line. That one is caught by R.J. Harvey. And that gets it right back down to the Buffalo 44. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. So they get the 10 yards back from the penalty. Broncos are going to use their second timeout. One timeout remaining here for the Denver Broncos. I feel like a part of me really does feel bad for Browns fans. I don't feel bad for the Browns organization. I do feel bad for Browns fans because they're kind of stuck with the organization as it is. And they do deserve better. But, like, that organization has screwed them over so much. And this is the point, is that they kept their general manager there. That general manager that, I think he is the one, too. Let me look it up. I want to make sure that I get this right. Yeah, no, Andrew Berry. It was Andrew Berry traded Baker Mayfield. He's the one who got and made that horrendous deal for Deshaun Watson, and not just the trade, but the signing. And again, when we going into last year, and they had like 6 quarterbacks in the quarterback room because they just kept on, oh, we're going to draft these quarterbacks and we're going to sign these quarterbacks, and it was like you ended up with, like, what are you doing? Like, that's the thing. And then you fire your 2-time coach of the year, who was somehow still having intermittent success with the bullshit that you gave Stefanski. And you fire Stefanski and keep on Andrew Berry. Like, that tells you all you need to know about the Browns organization. They're bad. It's a bad organization. It's badly run, and nobody there wants to change anything. So that just is what it is. So and so I do feel bad for the Browns. Browns fans. As far as Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry, I'm not even a Browns fan, but those guys can go kick rocks, man. So after the timeout, we've got the Bills taking a timeout. So we had all that time, came back, and then the Bills take a timeout. That's great. $44 seconds remaining. I am stuffing my face full of pizza rolls because today's cheat day and I'm hungry. Nixon shotgun. Rolls out to his right. Takes a shot. Boy, that was close to being picked. Lewis almost picking that off there for the Bills. Incomplete. That's going to be 3rd and 10, and Lewis is injured on the play. He's going to be going down to the field, and that's going to cost the Bills their final timeout. So 38 seconds left. 3rd and 10 for the Broncos from the Bills' 44-yard line. And they're going to go to a – Lloyd says the edible's not working. Boy, you got to give that sucker – don't make the mistake. Lloyd, don't make the mistake. It's a rookie mistake. Something tells me you're not a rookie. Don't make the rookie mistake. You got to give it at least 2 hours. At least. If it happens before then, that's great. That's fantastic. But don't sit there and say, oh, this ain't working. This ain't working. And then try to do it again. Don't make that rookie mistake. I'm looking out for you. I'm on your side here. Lloyd says, I have sneezed and kick-started a high. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. I don't think I've ever sneezed and just that's what pulled the starting motor on that. I don't know if that's ever happened. But again, I'm a relative novice when it comes to like this stuff. Like I'm not some old head. I'm not some old hippie from back in the day. Like I don't know all these different. Like we're talking about before, we're making fun of whether in Denver they have like the Orange Crush strain or they got any of those kind of things. Like I don't know what strains are what strains. I don't know what's this, that, or the other thing. I don't know any of that shit. I'm not some. Oh, I'm not a connoisseur of it. There's people out there that are like cannabis sommeliers and stuff. It's just like, dude, it's just like my knees and hips hurt. I just need something to help. So, after the injury timeout, the Bills have none left. There is 38 seconds remaining. 3rd and 10. Bo Nix in shotgun. Bills fake the blitz. Throw caught! And that's going to be a first down for the Broncos at the 30. And the Broncos are going to take their last time out. That's good. Lloyd says, why are you green? I don't know. Could be the wall. The wall's green. Sometimes the camera gets wonky. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little green in the gills. Could be. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's again, I got it was a very nice gift from Jimbo in this web camera, but it is still, it's not, I don't have a XLR or anything. Like I don't have a big digital camera here that I can use. But actually, I do. Actually, Pepperjack does, but I'm not going to use it for that. I know there's a way to do it. That's her camera. I'm not screwing around with her camera. Lloyd says, bro. Okay, bro. I think it's kicking in. Okay. Well, here we go. This is going to be 2nd and 10 from the Bills' 29. Bo Nix steps back. He's got time. He chucks it down the field. In the end zone. Caught! Touchdown Broncos! With 22 seconds remaining. He didn't drop that one. Little Jordan Humphrey. He catches that one. And with 22 seconds left, anytime there's a reference, she comes up. The Broncos take a 16-10 lead. That's huge as the Bills get the ball first in the second half. So the Broncos, I think, really needed to get some kind of points, and getting the 6 there is massive. Going for the extra point here, the snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, it's good, it's 17-10. The Broncos lead over the Buffalo Bills here at Mile High Stadium, at Empowered Field, at Walmart Sanctuary. I don't know. It's got 10 different names, but who knows? Lloyd, here's the thing. I don't think you took an edible. I think you might have dropped acid, if what you're saying there is true. Pecan's happy we got Taylor up there. Again, once the clock starts ticking, then she'll have to come down, unfortunately, because it's only 22 seconds. The kick is away. That's taken at about the 3. It was going out of bounds. I don't know why did you do that? I would have taken it. Like, I would have let it bounce out of bounds or something. 16 seconds remaining. Bills are going to have 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Yes, Lloyd, I know what you mean. We all know what you mean. We're just... It's you're not really speaking in coded language there, Lloyd. Lloyd says, eat some pizza rolls with sour cream. Pepper Jack probably would. She loves sour cream. Josh Allen with the snap here, 1st and 10. He's going to pull it down. He runs. He's got a 1st down. He fumbles the ball. Oh, no, and the Broncos got it. And the Broncos are going to be in field goal range already at the 32-yard line. Oh, no! 2 seconds remaining. Disaster for the Bills. Josh Allen fumbles it. The Broncos have it. There's 2 seconds left on the 32 of the Bills. Oh, no! Disaster. The Bills had a chance. The offensive lineman, Edwards, had a chance to jump on it. He did not. And the Broncos end up with a possession here. They're going to have an extra possession. They've already brought out the field goal kicker. Will Lutz getting ready to make this a 10-point lead if he can. It's going to be a 50-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick. That is straight. It is true. And that is how the first half ends, with a just massive mistake from Josh Allen. And the Bills go into halftime trailing now by 10. We were talking about just literally a couple of seconds ago, the Broncos had a score on there because the Bills were going to get the second half kickoff and had a chance to kind of maybe get a lead or anything like that. The Broncos get the touchdown, so the Bills can tie the game first possession of the second. Now, even if the Bills score a touchdown on their opening drive of the second half, they're still going to be trailing by 3. Massive mistake and a massive swing of momentum. Already, the Bills losing 2 fumbles in this game, costing them 10 points. This game would be tied if not for those fumbles. So the Bills making the mistakes that maybe I and some others thought maybe Bo Nix and the Broncos would be making. Instead, it is Josh Allen and the Bills. Is this where the road ends for Josh Allen? Could be. This could be the end of his possible winning window. Is the Bills' time over? Is it already the Patriots' time again? We're going to find out here in the next 30 minutes of game time. Oh, my. I Grow Fighting in the chat says, I wonder how much the mob paid Josh Allen to throw that fumble or if they threatened his physical safety. I don't know. Is Haley like in any kind of gambling debt? Lloyd in the chat says, I told you, Broncos got this. I don't know, I Grow. Man, I'll tell you what, it's the Bills and they've put themselves right behind the 8 ball here. Like that fumble by Cook, you got to hold on to the ball, but, I mean, you got a helmet directly to the hand. Like, you can't get a more perfectly placed hit on a tackle to try to knock the ball loose. So, I get that. But Josh Allen carrying that ball around like a loaf of bread. At that time, you had the first down. Again, you don't have any more timeouts. That was maybe some mistakes on your part with clock management or whatever. But if you're going to go down in bounds, then you go down in bounds. And it ends the half, But doing that, such a critical mistake. And now you're talking, I mean, it's just, wow. Wow is all I can say. And I usually like to say a lot. I'm a talkative Jersey bastard. But wow. What a mistake. I can't get over it. Link in the chat. Speaking of Haley Steinfeld and how she might have been reacting to that particular play. Link in the chat. Go find that out. I can't believe he fumbled that ball. In that position, in that time, like in what I just Well, Bill's got a mountain to climb now. No pun intended with them being in the Rockies, but Brandon Perna excited. You see him on Twitter here. I don't understand what he was thinking with that. I honestly don't. Did he think that he was not, first of all, over the line of scrimmage, and that maybe he was facing forward, and so that would be an illegal? Like, I don't know what he was thinking. Like that was a straight up Josh Allen brain fart moment. I don't think you can argue it. Like I would love to know what his excuse would be, but I don't know. I don't know what it would be. What would, like, how is he going to explain that? Is it just bad ball security, or was he legitimately trying to do something and it just didn't work? Like, you know what I mean? Like I legitimately do not understand what he was thinking with that. Look at Kirk Cousins looking like he got that suit from Kohl's. Because he probably did. I like Kirk. I really do like Kirk Cousins. Here's the thing. We see Bill Cowher here. A lot of people thought he was only going to do television for a couple years and then get back into coaching. Never did. A lot of times his name was mentioned with the Giants because he had a daughter, I think, that was up in the New York area or New Jersey area. And a lot of people thought he'd go coach at the Giants. Never did. Never left doing TV. If Mike Tomlin does it, will you think he'll follow the Cowher aspect there where, you know, hey, won a Super Bowl, had some good times. Now I'll just do TV and not be stressed out? It feels like that. It feels like that's something he would do. What he Portnoy did a review from a place here in Bayonne. He did the Vic a couple months ago. He reviewed the Vic. I think he gave it like an 8.2, 8.1, 8.2. He said he liked it. It was nice and crisp, like the crisp crust. You always like that crisp crust, you know. One bite. We all know the rules. And I've had Vic pizza. It's good. I wouldn't say it's, you know, it's very good bar pie. I wouldn't say it's the best pizza in Bayonne. To me, I feel like that's Pizza Masters. I like Pizza Masters pizza. I think that's the best pizza in Bayonne right now. Other people in Bayonne would argue Pompeii. I disagree. Maybe back in the day Pompeii was better, even though I still think it was Pizza Masters. But now, especially, Pompeii is iffy. Maybe if you're in store, maybe if you're in the restaurant itself, it's okay. But you try to get it delivered, it sucks. San Vito's ain't bad. Mona Lisa ain't bad. You know, there's a couple more other pizza places there. But for me, in Bayonne, I think the best pizza is Pizza Masters. But for bar pie, when you're talking about bar pie, is a completely different thing than getting a regular pizza. And for bar pie, I think the Vic is good. And here in Bayonne, there's another place called Kuhl's, Kuhls. They got a very good bar pie. They have a very good, nice thin crust bar pie, super great. So yeah, I have had the Vic pizza, which Portnoy did review here in Bayonne. Very good pizza. I'll give him credit like that. I think his score should have been a little bit higher, but who am I to question a guy who's eating pizza all around the goddamn country? And, you know, he's got his own specific likes and dislikes, so that is what it is. All right, we got 4 minutes left in halftime. Let me go grab a cup of coffee. Let me go, I don't know, take a whiz or do something. I'll figure something else out here. And we'll be right back here for the second half. Be right back here. Broncos with a 20-10 lead over the Bills after Josh Allen just has an absolute brain fart and gives up 3 extra points at the end of the first half. Unbelievable. God, set up all the timeouts again. Let me set up the timeouts. All righty, here we go. Getting ready for the second half to kick off here. Broncos lined up, ready to go. And the kick is away. It's going to be caught near the 5, going to return to the 20, and then slip down to about the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bills. They're actually going to give him the 25-yard line. That's being very generous, I think. First and 10, Allen under center. Josh Allen hands off here to Cook, and he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Coming up for the Bills from their own 25-yard line. Allen, he was under center. Now he's going back to shotgun. Now he moves Cook up. Allen takes the snap. He's looking back, gets blitz, hit, fumble! Oh, no! And the Broncos have recovered! Oh, no! Disaster class for the Bills! Oh, no! Josh Allen got sacked on the blind side and fumbles the ball. The second straight possession where Josh Allen fumbles the ball.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Haley Steinfeld might divorce him. Haley Steinfeld might divorce him. The last 3 plays for the Buffalo Bills is straight up grounds for divorce, I believe. Unbelievable. 14:08 remaining in the third quarter. We just started here. Bills, we're looking to see if they can close the gap of this 10-point lead. And now the Broncos are looking to really twist the dagger. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Throws caught. Oh! Hit, but not taken down. That is the problem. R.J. Harvey's going to get it all the way down to the 11-yard line on a 6-yard gain. They had him in the backfield. Big hit. That was great, but unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Bills just keep on shooting themselves in the foot, and they have 3 turnovers in this game already. You're not gonna do well against the number 1 seed in the AFC with 3 turnovers. It's not gonna go well. Harvey with a 1-yard gain. After that, that was 2nd and 4. So that makes it 3rd and 3 coming up here. Unbelievable. What a disaster class for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 3. Got to get to the 7-yard line. Pitch out here to Jaleel McLaughlin, and he's looking to get somewhere, and he's going to get about half a yard behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to say 0-yard gain. That's going to be 4th and 3. Denver keeping the offense out on the field with 4th and 4. Television says 4th and 4. Stat Tracker says 4th and 3. I think it's more of a 4th and 1, 2, 3. It's 3.5. Man in motion. It seems like the Broncos are just going to try to get him to go off sides. They do not. It's going to be a delay of game, moving back 5 yards. So the Broncos set up in a real good spot here to go up 13 points, 2 touchdowns. They will be up on the on the Buffalo Bills. Will the Denver Broncos be? And just keep on. I am at a loss. I have never seen a team that is supposedly at this Bills level, and we all think the Bills are a pretty good level, just have an absolute meltdown like they've had at the end of the first half and here to start the second half. And Will Lutz is going to squeak that right into the left upright. Or right, yeah, sorry, that's the from back it would be left, but here it's right. So it's the right upright. Either way, doesn't matter. 23-10. The Broncos lead now over the Bills, and the Bills will get the ball back here again for the second half to see what they can do. Is it going to be another turnover? Odds are it could be. I don't know if that's a prop bet that you can get right now in any of your sports betting apps that you have out there, but maybe look if you can go put some money on that because that might come true. Because now the Bills are going to be a little bit desperate. Are they a little bit frazzled? Is Josh going to throw a pass that he shouldn't? Is he going to try to stay in the pocket longer than he should? Is he going to, now this is where the mistakes are made, and these are the times that try men's souls. I don't know how much more soul trying can happen in Buffalo. They've been through some shit in Buffalo and in Orchard Park as well, 20 miles outside of Buffalo. A significant distance away from Buffalo. I am, unbelievable. Unbelievable what we've seen transpire here at Mile High Stadium. People are already starting to. I'm seeing it already on social media. People are like, hey, this playoffs had no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, and still the Bills appear to not be going to the Super Bowl. What is going to be Josh Allen and the Bills' excuse this time? That's the message that we're getting across already. People are starting to already turn on the Buffalo Bills. Can Josh Allen right the ship and correct this free fall that the Bills are on right now in this game and turn it around and get them back into it? Or is it just going to be a little too much for him to turn it around himself? It's already – because, again, Broncos aren't a slouch, and they have a pretty decent defense. Now you're going to have that defense be able to just tee off on you every single play. Pecan says, our DiGiorno pizza, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. I'll tell you, when it comes to the frozen pizzas that you can get, I'm a Red Baron guy. Ooh, that's going to get to the 26 on that kickoff from what it appears. They're going to mark it at the 27. Again, being very generous with the spots there. So 1st and 10 for the Bills from the 27. Can they do something on this drive? The Broncos, the lead is from the turnovers. They have gotten 13 points off of Bills' turnovers, and they lead by 13. 1st and 10, throws to Cook out of the backfield, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Josh Allen and the Bills. Dude, I love Red Baron. Red Baron is great. Although it's hard to find up here now. They used to have it was like the 4 bacons or whatever. It was like the 4 piggies you could get on there. It was like a thin crust. It was so good. It was so good. It was like Bacon Lovers Pizza. It had like Canadian bacon, regular bacon, like hickory or maple smoke bacon. It had like all these different bacons. It was really good. Josh Allen takes the snap, avoids the pressure. Oh, boy. He throws. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And Kincaid, he gets a massive run after catch. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Bills. 25-yard gain to Dalton Kincaid as he gets it to the Broncos' 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Bills. They desperately needed that. First and 10. 10:52 and counting. Remaining here in the third quarter. Bills trail by 13 to the Broncos. Toss to Cook, and he's going to get 2 yards on that play. Second and 8. Coming up from the 46 of the Denver Broncos. But yeah, dude, Red Baron pizza, as far as the frozen pizza goes, you can't really beat that. Second and 8. Josh Allen in shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks. He throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. That's going to be Kincaid again. He's going to be about 1 yard short. On second and 8, he gets 7 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 39-yard line of the Denver Broncos. This feels like quarterback sneak territory. It is. Josh Allen takes the snap, and he is just over the line. That's going to be a first down for the Buffalo Bills. Bills have 3 wins when trailing by 10 or more points. That's tied for the most in the NFL, trailing only the New Orleans Saints. There you go, Pecan. They got a Saints mention. Let's go. Saints picking up those wins when they were trailing this year. I really do like the Saints, though. I really do. I think the Saints got real good success coming in the future. Josh Allen throws over the middle. No, Knox catches it, but holds on to the ball. And he says, eat shit. Yeah, you hit me, but I got the ball still. You ain't make me drop nothing. So with that, that's a 7-yard gain down to the Denver 30-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bills. See, I like, he's like, oh, God, big hit. Big hit, and it's a solid hit. Do not get me wrong. But why are you standing over a dude and trying to celebrate? Oh, dude, he caught the ball. You didn't do shit. Hand off to Cook, and Cook is going to slice and dice his way up the middle, and that's going to be a first down and more. 11-yard run for James Cook. Gets it down to the Denver Bronco 19-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain. First down, Bills. Bills got a little bit of offensive rhythm right now. Better than what we've been seeing in the last couple drives from the Bills. Cook on the sidelines, taking a breather. In that thin, mile-high air. Allen in shotgun, takes the snap, throws over the middle to Shakir. Shakir gets a 9-yard gain, just about a yard short of the first down. Gets it to the 10. 2nd down and 1 from the 10. For the Bills, they are inching closer to getting a goal-to-goal situation. They're inching closer to that sweet, delicious orange painted end zone. Can they sink their teeth into the citrus deliciousness that is that orange end zone, or will the Broncos crush them with the orange crush defense and keep them out? We're going to find out here in just a moment here. 6:58 remaining. Josh Allen on 2nd and 1. Throws. Slash padded court. Keon Coleman! Is he down? No, he's in! He said he wasn't touched. That's a touchdown. Buffalo Bills! And the Bills are right back into the game. They needed that desperately. You know what else they needed to not do? Was turn the ball over a bunch. Little Superman flying there from Keon Coleman to make sure he crossed the plane before he was touched down. And he is indeed over the plane, and it is good. Here comes the point after attempt, the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good. And so the Bills get within 6 points now, 23-17. Not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. The demise of the Buffalo Bills has been greatly exaggerated. Or has it? Will the Broncos again keep the foot on the throat of the Bills? Can the Bills get a defensive stop here? Big time to tell here. Igro Fighting in the chat says, Buffalo taco time. Alubale, beef jerky time. If anybody knows that reference, you're old, you should probably get a prostate exam. Officially, Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold is active with his oblique injury. He will be playing tonight. We all kind of figured as much, but it is official now. Sam Darnold will play. The inactives for the Seahawks are Jalen Milroe, Jared Ivey, Josh Jones, Bryce Cabellis. That's a great name. Mason Richmond, and I want to make sure I get that right. Riley Mills. Sorry. I don't know why. I thought it was a K for a second. I thought it was Kylie Mills. I was like, no. Riley Mills. So those are your inactives for the Seattle Seahawks. Troy Franklin has been ruled out for the remainder of the game for the Denver Broncos with a hamstring injury. So Franklin is out. Take a look at all the Denver fans, and you can see there's so many Bronco D logos out there. Denver, you made a mistake by not switching to that last year when you redid the uniforms. Now you got to wait after this season. You got another 3 full seasons before you can go ahead and redo it again. When you do that, please, for the love of God, in 3 full years' time, can you please go back to those beautiful, beautiful uniforms that you should be wearing? Kickoff is going to be a touchback here for the Broncos. They'll get it at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bo Nix and the Broncos. Bo Nix in shotgun, empty backfield now. Takes the snap, does Bo. He looks, throws over the middle, and that is a short hopper. I don't know if there's just miscommunication, if he was rushed, or if just a bad throw. No matter what it is, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos from their own 35-yard line. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. You like anything that you're watching here? I don't know why you would, but if you do, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let the world know that we exist. And, of course, as always, if you haven't done so yet or this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers and hopefully being monetized on this great and glorious platform known as YouTube. 2nd and 10. This one's going to be a handoff to R.J. Harvey. He's going to shimmy and he's going to shake and he's going to get his way down to the 40-yard line for a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 for the Broncos from their own 40-yard line. Coming up in just a moment here. Let's see what happens here. Bo Nix has his guys in the huddle. He's calling out some plays here. He gets them up to the line. He's got 4 receivers to one side. He's got Got quad receivers. There we go. Man in motion now coming into the backfield for Bo Nix. He looks, he throws. Intercepted! That is intercepted by the Bills. And now the Bills get a huge turnover on their end. Bo Nix tried to throw it over the middle, and a lineman was able to come down with it. Walker, he was engaged. It looks like he put his arms up to knock it down. Instead, he ended up intercepting it. First down and 10 for the Bills at the Denver 36-yard line. Whoa, we've got a big momentum swing here at the Mile High City. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bills down only 6 points. Now have the ball first and 10 at the 36-yard line of the Broncos. Josh Allen in shotgun. Throws. He was going for a little screen there for Shakir, but he's going to be stopped before he can get anything. A loss of 4 yards for the Bills on that play, all the way back to the Denver Bronco 40-yard line. And it is going to be 2nd and 14. Josh Allen in shotgun. He's got 2nd and 14 upcoming. He's got trips to his right. He takes the snap. He steps back. He looks. He's got time. Throws. Deep ball. Intercepted by the Broncos. Return to the 30, to the 35, down at about the 38 or 39-yard line. And now it's a first down for the Broncos. Back at their own 39-yard line. Ungoddamn believable. It's the Bills' 4th turnover of the game. And the 3rd one directly on Josh Allen's shoulders. Unbelievable. Just when you think the momentum shifting back towards Buffalo's end, the Broncos come right back, and they get their 4th turnover of the game, still leading by 6 over the Buffalo Bills, who were sitting initially in field goal range. That 4-yard loss probably didn't help as much, but Allen thought he had Kincaid down the middle. And instead, Samuel jumped right in front of it, grabbed it, went from the 8 all the way to the 39. 31-yard return on the interception. And now they've taken a timeout, an official timeout, a media timeout as they call it. And I think we all need it just to take a breath and what the hell is going on? 4:55 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Oh, God. iGrow Fighting in the chat says, Bill's about to get a pick 6. The way the last couple plays have gone, perhaps. Is this just going to be a turnover fest? Unbelievable. Who wants to win? I don't know. I'm sorry, that was PJ Locke who returned it. It was intended for Samuel. Originally, I thought it was intended for Kincaid. It was intended for Samuel. Sorry about that. That's my bad. Brandon Perna says this game is quickly getting into this game is drunk territory. I don't disagree with you, Brandon. I think that's exactly what we're looking at here. J.J. Watt then immediately says on Twitter, he says this game is entering chaos territory. I think we're already there. We are in the midst of it. By the way, the Giants just 3 minutes ago officially posted John Harbaugh is their head coach. It is officially official. Bo Nix on 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, throws incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 38 is where they officially mark it. Igro fighting in the chat says Josh Allen trying to throw the game. His defense will not allow it. Second down and 10. That's going to be a handoff to Jaleel McLaughlin. He gets 2 yards down to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 8. Upcoming here for the Denver Broncos. I figured Josh Allen was going to be the player that had to pull the Bills forward himself to win. Right now, everybody else on the Bills has been playing fairly well except for him. Oh, no! That is going to be a big pass over the middle. Not really a big pass, but a big yard after catch there for Mims. That's going to be a 19-yard gain for the Denver Broncos as they are now inside Buffalo territory. 1st and 10. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Broncos. Frank Crum has reported as an eligible receiver on this play. Oh, boy. Is this going to be another tackle-eligible catch here? No, it is not. It's just going to be a handoff here to R.J. Harvey. Good for a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 40 of the Bills for the Broncos. Second and 9. Bo Nix. Oh, boy, running for his life. He throws. That was just an emergency throw. He had to get rid of that one. It is incomplete. He was looking for, but I guess he was looking for Prentice. And that turned out to be, that was just they're saying that was the intended receiver. Maybe. He was just looking to get rid of that ball. So here we go. 3rd and 9 for the Broncos. From the 40. Nix is in shotgun. Oh, Nix steps back. He's getting rushed again. He looks. He just tries to toss that, and he does a little shovel pass. It is incomplete. Again, he tried to give that to Bidet out of the backfield, but even that could not clean the shit off of that ass. That play. And it's going to be 4th and, 9 from the 40? That's going to be, I think, a little too far for a field goal kick. So the Broncos, I feel, will punt this ball. And they are indeed going to punt the ball away. It would have been a 58-yard field goal. You could have gone for it if you wanted to. And they snap it, and it is not a fake. High punt, fair catch signal, and Shakir gets it at the 15-yard line. So the Bills have 1st and 10 from their own 15. Can Josh Allen stop fucking up? We're going to find out here in just a moment. I'm trying to curse less. By the way, the New York Giants will have a press conference on Tuesday to announce John Harbaugh as their new head coach. Should I do a live coverage of the press conference? Do a little Mystery Science Theater of it, have the press conference on while I'm on the sideline there and doing that? Maybe I'll do that. I Grow Fighting in the chat. He's putting some predictions in here. He's saying 80-yard touchdown coming. But is it going to be an 80-yard touchdown for the Bills or for the Broncos that got an interception return or something? You know what I mean? First and 10 for the Bills. Josh Allen, he's going to pitch this out to Cook. Cook is going to run that up the right side, and he's going to get down to the 22-yard line. Look at that. 2nd and 3 upcoming. Let's go. There we go. Great to see you, Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us. Two minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Clock is running. 2nd and 3. Hand off to Cook. He's going to be stopped about a yard short. They're going to give him 2 yards on that carry, and that puts it up to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 1. Sorry, Taylor, you got to go. I Grow Fighting says Peyton is the mob boss. What the F? Yeah, I was going to say, he's got that, hey, how you doing? Kiss the ring. Yeah. If you need something I can do for you, perhaps a favor, one day. That day may never come. Allen, he's going to quarterback sneak his way for another first down. 2-yard gain on 3rd and 1. Makes it first down. At the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Bills move the chains. Pecan with his Taylor Hart. He's got this Taylor Hart on in the chat, as is tradition. .48, 47, 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Man in motion for the Bills. Josh Allen hands it off here to James Cook. James Cook is going to go to the upside, to the right side, and he's going to run and gets 12 yards on the carry. He goes out of bounds. 30 seconds remain. On that 12-yard run, it gets it up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bills. And let's see. There's still clock left, but it is less than the play clock. Will the Bills run another play, or will they end it there? It appears they will end it there. We are going to the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. Just like the players and staff and coaches on the sidelines. See, look it. They're doing it right now. You see it. All the players, they showed them doing it there. You get the 4s up, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your 4s up, because we are dedicated, just like the players, the staff, the coaches, everybody, for all 4 quarters. That's why we're here. Get your 4s up in the chat. Get your 4s up wherever you may need. If you want to just open your window and yell it out to the rest of your neighborhood and say, 4! You know, for some reason, they'll think you're crazy. That might be good. Keep people away from your apartment. You know, you don't want people coming to rob you or nothing like that. So they think a crazy psychotic person lives there. Could help you out. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. No! We declare being dedicated for all 4 quarters. The Bills, when we come back here in the fourth quarter, they will be facing a 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Down 6 points. This game is starting to get drunk territory. We had back-to-back interceptions, almost back-to-back interceptions. There was a play in between where there wasn't. Bills, 4 total turnovers. The Broncos, 1 turnover so far. Will it cost the Bills, all these turnovers they've had? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. It's official. Look at that. You can't get more official than that, baby. You can't get more official than that. Let's go. Our girl fighting in the chat says, Doctor's Choice, the best choice. Dr. Pepper is so legit. That's right, baby. We're pepper people here. Right, Pepper Jack? We're pepper people here, right? We like the Dr. P. We're big Dr. P fans here. First and 10, 15 minutes on the clock here for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen. He looks. He throws incomplete. Dawson Knox was his intended receiver on that play. Second and 10 from the 38-yard line. Josh Allen. He's in shotgun. He's got trips to his left. This time he's going to throw a quick over the middle to Shakir. And Shakir's going to break free. 40, 30. He's down to the 20. And they're finally going to stop him at around the 16. They say forward progress stop. They didn't even get him down to the ground. But what a huge play for the Bills. 46 yards on that quick little, it's like a little, I don't even know what that is. Just a quick little pass over the middle, and then Shakir took it the rest of the way. First and 10 for the Bills from the Denver Broncos 16-yard line. Lloyd says that the edible has kicked in. Handoff here to Cook, and he's going to get 3 yards on that one. About 2 yards. Gets it down to the 14-yard line. So 2nd and 8. Shakir back onto the field as we see him trotting on here. Man in motion. That's Keon. No, it's not Keon. I don't know who that is. Josh Allen. He looks. He throws. Oh, it is through the hands of Samuel. He was looking for Samuel there. Did not get it to him. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. Can they get a first down? Can they get a touchdown? Will they have to settle for 3 here? A field goal will make it a 3-point game and keep them alive. 3rd and television says 7. 13:29 remaining. Josh Allen takes the snap. He looks. He throws towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Buffalo Bills! That is Dalton Kincaid. And the tight end has tied the game 23-23. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Wow. I just realized Taylor, our fourth quarter Taylor's still up there. I love you, Taylor. Wow. Wow. So even with 4 turnovers, the Bills, with the snap, with the hold, with the kick being good, they have the lead 24-23 with 13:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Woo! We got a game, ladies and gentlemen. I Grow Fighting is excited. He's got his Buffalo emoji in the chat. He says, all day, he says. He says, big, bad Buffalo, he says, as my hair goes more mad scientist-y than I want it to. Oh, God, that's gross. Should I just shave the goddamn thing again? I don't know. I've spent like a year growing out this disgusting, thin, balding hair. Look at it. Look at that bald stripe. I got like a bald stripe. That's crazy. That's insane. But still, the only thing crazier than this gross-ass scalp is the Bills leading by 1 point after turning the ball over 4 times, giving up 13 points. 13 points on turnovers. If the Bills did not turn the ball over once in this game, by extrapolation, they would be winning 24-10 right now. The Bills put themselves into such a bad position, all by their lonesome, especially Josh Allen with some of those. That one fumble before the halftime. What the hell he was thinking there? Yeah, dude, I don't have a hairline. I'm just saying. I might just go with the mad scientist look, you know. I am a little bit mad. We're all a little mad here. Man, what a game. What a game. I'm excited. Are you? Playoff football, baby. Divisional weekend. And we're just starting here, baby. We are just starting here. What do we got next? Oh, that's right. Just another divisional matchup between the Niners and the Seahawks. That one's coming up, baby. That'll be fun. That's coming up at 8 o'clock, just an hour away from now. It is currently 7:01 Eastern Time. Lloyd says, King is jealous of my genetics. No, maybe a little jealous of your age because, listen, that's just going to catch up with you. Dude, when I was your age, when I was like in my 20s and even early 30s, like I had the full head of hair. I grew my hair out one time and to the point where like it reached my ass. Like that's how far I grew it out. And my hairline used to be like here. It was a solid, full, thick head of hair. Now, the only place, it's thick around here, and it's thick in the back. But up here, baby, all those follicles decided early retirement was the way to go. It'll happen to you, too. You'll get there, Lloyd. It'll happen. Broncos get the kickoff, and they're going to get it down to about the 32, from what I can see there, is where they will start. And it is the 32. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Denver Broncos. As we see ads for the Farmers Insurance Open, because watching golf is like watching flies fuck, and I'd rather not. Lloyd says, weren't you in radio? Yes, I was. So here we go. Broncos step up to the line. Bo Nix, he's going to go under center. 1st and 10. Bo Nix play action. Throws out of the backfield. Caught by R.J. Harvey for no gain. 2nd and 10. For the Broncos from their own 32. Here's a handoff. This one's going to be R.J. Harvey, and he's going to get that up to about the 35. So that's going to be a 3-yard run. 3rd and 7 upcoming now for the Broncos from their own 35. Jimbo in the chat. What's up, Jimbo? Great to see you. Hope you've been watching some of this game at least. It's been a little crazy. It's been drunk at times. But at the end of the day, we have a 1-point game right here. The Bills 24, the Broncos 23. Lloyd is having some fun with his edibles, from what he says. Bo Nix throws. That is tipped at the line and falls incomplete. 4th and 7 upcoming, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Denver Broncos. And the Buffalo Bills are going to get the ball back here. Yeah, watching, dude, golf, and I watch curling, so I know I'm the last person to be sitting there making fun of any sport, like, oh, that's boring to watch. But, dude, watching golf, I can't be that high. Jimbo says, been quite a week for me, and so been watching it off and on. Wish I had some edibles as well. Don't we all? And that punt is going to go in for a touchback. So it's a 65-yard punt, but a net of 45 yards since it comes back out to the 20, and that's where the Bills will take over from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 11:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bills with a 1-point lead, 24-23. Jimbo says golf isn't a sport. It's dumber than soccer. Hey, I like soccer. Leave soccer alone. See, even you said that the snow soccer game was pretty cool. That was pretty sharp. Up there in Canada. That was pretty fun. I was gonna ask Jimbo, and say, I know you said there were some real problems happening with that stuff. So, just take a breath, man. Just take a breath. Sometimes it seems like everything's going bad, and you're gonna. The only way out is through, brother. As something I've learned a long time ago. The only way out is through. So it seems like it sucks right now, and I'm sure it does. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Like we always do. We always get through our shit. It just is what it is. Jimbo asks, are you doing the next game? You betcha, brother. San Francisco 49ers of Santa Clara. Seattle Seahawks up at Lumen Field in beautiful hobo shit-covered Seattle, Washington. Are those fireworks, or is Antifa having another protest? We don't know, but we'll find out soon. And that should be a banger of a game, the rubber match between those two NFC West, not wild card. San Francisco was a wild card. Seattle, well, they're the number 1 overall seed, baby. Can they get their second win of the season over the San Francisco 49ers, the very injured San Francisco 49ers? Or can the 49ers bounce back, win? When they lost at home to these very Seattle Seahawks. Great defense, shut them down all game. Niners could get nothing going. Will they be able to do that? Go back up to Seattle and do it on Seattle's home turf? Be interesting, especially without George Kittle. Can it be done? We're going to find out. 8 o'clock tonight. Josh Allen. 1st and 10, looks, throws, that's going to be caught, and a first down. Dawson Knox again, 15-yard gain. I'm sorry, that was Kincaid. Sorry, Dalton Kincaid again. I thought it was 88. It was 86. Hard to tell sometimes. They're both big, white tight ends, and one's 86, one's 88. If the arm's covering the 6, I think it's one or the other. What do you want me to do here? All white people look alike to me. Josh Allen under center here from the 35. He takes the snap, hand off to Cook. Cook is going to slice up the middle. That's a first down and more. About 13 yards? I think it's about a 13-yard gain. They're going to say 12-yard. 12-yard gain, Cook up the middle gets it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Buffalo Bills. In 2 plays, they've gone 27 yards. Jimbo says, okay, definitely be watching the whole thing with you guys. Hopefully, please, football gods, talk to the other gods and leave my bad luck alone for 3 hours. Help my boy out. 1st and 10. Josh Allen throws. That's going to be caught by Knox. This time it is Knox, and this time Knox is a first down getter. 13-yard pass. They're going to mark that officially. Out at the Denver 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Bills moving the ball. Although I said I was talking up there to help you out, I probably should be talking down there, knowing me, knowing who I am. Oh, I got to fix this light. Oh, that's a little off. I got to fix that. My diffuser's a little off there. 1st and 10 for the Bills. We are under 10 minutes to play right now. 1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off to Cook. Cook is going to run it right up the middle. And he goes down. Looked weird. They weirdly went down. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 from the 34 for the Bills. Pecan says Denver is gassed right now, which everybody was saying, oh, the mile-high advantage, the thin air. With Buffalo going to be ready. I was like, these guys are professional athletes. They got tanks of oxygen on the sidelines. They have these, like, these guys are peak physical condition. Like, if there's any advantage, it's minimal at best. And as Pecan just said, it looks like Denver's gassed here. Hand off to Cook again. This one's going to be 3 yards on 2nd and 4. So he's going to be, they're going to mark him just a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1 upcoming. This feels like Josh Allen quarterback sneak time, just to move the chains, keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving, and keep the Bills marching down the field. It feels like they are in field goal range as it is already, down at the 31-yard line. Okay, there was a delay because they did give him the first down, and then they moved it back here. Let's see, where was he? Yeah, I thought he was kind of just short anyway, from the way I saw it. So he is just short, and just as we thought, it's going to be a Josh Allen quarterback sneak. He takes the snap, and he is pushed forward for a first down. That's a 3-yard gain there for Josh Allen. Move the chains. 1st down and 10 from the Denver 28-yard line for the Buffalo Bills. Agro Fighting, he wants to have a little poll question of his own. He says, how many points does Denver lose by? He's already saying Denver loses. Does he say they lose by 1, 4, 8, 15, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81? 8 minutes to go and counting in the 4th quarter. The Bills trying to be some clock suckers here. Josh Allen looks, throws. That is going to be caught, and that's going to be a gain of about a yard on that play. That is it. 2nd and 9 upcoming. A 2nd and 10. He caught that ball a full yard past the line of scrimmage. What are we talking about? They say 2nd and 10. All right. So here we go. 2nd and 10. From the 28-yard line. Josh Allen, he's going to keep it. Quarterback keeper. He runs. And they're saying ball out. I thought the forward progress was stopped. They're going to say it was a fumble, but the Bills recover. Offensive lineman Brown recovers. I would have said forward progress was stopped anyway, but they said it was a fumble. I mean, it's going to be the same spot. By the way, there's a Bronco down on the field here. It's going to be P.J. Locke. He was injured. So whether they say he's down by contact or they say it was or down by forward progress or fumble recovery, either way, it's going to be the same spot. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bills from the Broncos' 23-yard line. But also, Josh, hold on to the goddamn ball, please. In response to I Grow Fighting in the chat saying how many points does Denver lose by, Lloyd says Denver wins, which is an option, I would imagine. This game has been nuts. I think we can all agree on that. So, how much more nuts can it get? Now, here's the thing. The Bills, if they don't turn it over here, which is a big if, but if they get points here, if they get a field goal, they're up by 4. So it means that Denver has to get a touchdown. If the Bills get a touchdown, then you'd figure they would go for the 2 points to make it a full 3-point lead. And that, a 9-point lead would be an extra 3 points on there. So a touchdown and a 2-point conversion would make it a 2-possession game, would make it a 9-point game. So this is really a big drive here for the Bills, and they got a big 3rd and 5 coming up here from the Denver Broncos 23. If the Bills get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here, it becomes a 2-possession game. That is huge. Huge. Huge, massively huge. I walked in and said, wow, what a huge lead. So let's see what happens here as we still see a snack wrap commercial here from McDonald's. And we're back. Cook is not on the field here for this big 3rd and 5 play. Josh Allen, empty backfield set, trips to the left. Josh Allen takes the snap, and he's going to run up the right side, and he's got the first down and more. 9-yard gain for Josh Allen, and he doesn't fumble the ball. First down for the Bills at the Denver Broncos 14-yard line. 1st and 10 upcoming here for Buffalo. P.J. Locke back in the game for Denver. 1st and 10 from the 14. Cook in the backfield. Josh Allen pitches it to him. He turns upfield, and he's going to be down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the Bills. 2nd and 10 from the 14. Clock down to 5:20 and counting here. Clock is ticking down. Tick, tick, ticking into the future. Will the future be an AFC Championship appearance for the Bills? We don't know yet. Josh Allen looks, throws. That is going to be caught by Samuel. Only good for about 2 yards. Puts him down at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 8 for the Bills. 4:43, 42, 41 remaining. The Bills. Excellent clock suckers on this drive. Allen's got trips to the right this time. He takes the snap. He looks, pump fakes it. That's going to be, I think that hit the ground. I was going to say, Shakir was running like he ran into the end zone. That looked like it hit the ground to me from here. Yeah, that was a good try. It's a little short. Yeah. That would have been great if he would have gotten his fingers underneath that. But, yeah, just short hops it. Just short hops it. So, incomplete pass, and that's going to be 4th and 8. And the Bills are going to come on for the field goal to make it a 4-point game. Touchdown and the 2-point conversion would have made it 2 possessions. This will make it 4 points. So a field goal does nothing for the Broncos. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The Bills take a 4-point lead, 27-23. 4 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Broncos have all 3 timeouts. The Bills have all 3 timeouts. A field goal does nothing for the Broncos. They need a touchdown. Can they get it on this drive? It is important. Oh, we've got in the chat, and they say that's a P. That's private. Private, something in Cyrillic nonsense. Nice to see you, though, Russian person, or Ukrainian, or whoever uses the goddamn Cyrillic alphabet. I don't think you're Greek. You're Greek. That doesn't seem Greek. That seems Russian. That's Russian. That's Ruski. That's Pavaluski. Kick is away, and the Broncos are going to field this at about the 5. They return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, down to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the 27-yard line. Jimbo doing his own interpreting of Cyrillic Russian. Thank you, Jimbo. That's is that Fat Putin? Maybe we got Fat Putin in there. 1st and 10 for the Broncos as they try to take a lead in this game again. Field goal does nothing. Bo Nix. 1st and 10. Play action. He's going to pull it down. He throws right on the sideline. Cortland Sutton, they're saying he caught. He's saying he caught it. Both feet in bounds. 1st down, Broncos. That's an 11-yard catch. What a catch from Cortland Sutton, dragging that 2nd foot. Both feet in bounds. He has the ball. He has control. Down there at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, throws that out to Adkins. That's only good for about a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 39 for the Broncos. Jimbo says, even with my bad week, I still have my Jimbo gauge. But yet, this time it's not you. It's the fact we had Russian bot in here. And I don't know if it's a bot or not. I don't know if it's a Russian person. And I hope Russian person knows I'm not making fun of you. I just don't know what the proper, I don't know. I don't know how to speak Cyrillic, man. On 2nd and 9, throwing out of the backfield to Mims, and Mims is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage for like 2 yards. That's a negative 2-yard play there. Now that's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Broncos. Ooh, boy. So here we go. 3rd and 11. Nix has got trips to his right. He takes the snap, looks, throws down the field. Caught! That's going to be Sutton. Again, how do you leave their best receiver that open? Oh, my dear sweet Lord. And that's a 25-yard pass. They're down at the Buffalo Bills' 40-yard line. And we've got an injured offensive lineman down for the Broncos. Forsyth is down getting medical attention with 2:13 remaining. That's their center. So Forsyth down for the Broncos. He's going to have to come out for at least one play. Mustafir appears to be the backup center. Jimbo in the chat says, also, if the Bills lose, then Josh Allen is the Mike Tomlin of players. Very good during the season, chokes in the playoffs. You mean the Lamar Jackson of players, which would just make him Lamar Jackson. Mike Tomlin at least won a Super Bowl and went to another one. So Mustafir is in as center, at center for the Broncos. As the Broncos are currently now sitting on the, where are they? Oh, they're just going to let this go down. Yeah, they moved it. It was at the 40. They marked it at the 37. That's why it's a 25-yard pass now at the 37-yard line. And after the injury timeout, they're just going to go down to the 2-minute warnings. 2 minutes remaining. The Broncos sitting at the 38-yard line of the Buffalo Bills. Can they get into the end zone? They have all 3 timeouts, and they've got 2 minutes. They're 38 yards away. Field goal does nothing for these Denver Broncos. Pecan, you're absolutely right. If you're a Broncos fan, if you're a Bills fan, these last 2 minutes, officially, squeaky bum time, baby. It is squeaky bum time. Woohoo! God, I love games like this. Oh, thank you, Jimbo. I know it's late, but thank you very much for throwing the 4s up in there, brother. You gotta get, and just for that, here you'll get a treat. There you go. There's Taylor. She's throwing the 4s up at you too. She's like, "Hey, baby, what's up?" That's right, baby. All 4 quarters. Thank you, Taylor. Febreze, by the way, Febreze apple cinnamon, best scent. I almost said best flavor, but please don't eat Febreze. La-da-dee, la-da-doo-doo. 2 minutes to go. How about you? Let's go. Get this in there. So here we go. Coming out of the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from the Bills' 38-yard line for the Broncos. Bo Nix trying to lead a comeback victory for his Denver Broncos. The number 1 seeded Denver Broncos. He's under center. Takes the snap. Play action. He's running for his life. He's got time. He looks, throws, and just throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. I should, Jimbo. You're right. I've been wanting to add a couple extra little things here. I might do that. We might do a little. We could do blowout alerts. We could do squeaky bum alerts. We got a lot. We could do a lot of stuff. You got to be squeaky with the bum. So here we go. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Bo Nix is in shotgun here. He takes the snap. He throws over the middle. It's going to be caught by Cortland Sutton. He gets it down to the 32-yard line. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Broncos. Clock is running. 141, 140, 139 remaining. Tick, 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 tick. Broncos have all 3 timeouts. They're comfortable with where they are. Third and 4. Bills showing pressure here. When they come, Bo Nix is going to pull this down. He's going to run. He's got the first down, and he slides all the way down at the 26-yard line is where they mark him down. 1st and 10, Broncos. Sorry. And with 1:01 remaining, the Broncos will take their first time out. Broncos down to 2 timeouts remaining. They have a 1st and 10 from the Bills' 26-yard line. Bo Nix moving the chains, keeping the drive alive. Broncos got to get into the end zone. Field goal does nothing. So here we go. 1st and 10. Bo Nix back, throws deep, ball, caught, touchdown, Mims. He hurt his back, but he caught it. It's a touchdown. And the Broncos take the lead, 29-27. Oh, no. He's got it. He's in. That is a catch. Does he keep the ball? I think so. Oh, he's got the camera right to the small of the back. That's what hurt him was the camera. He's got possession here. 1, 2. He crosses over. I think that's a catch. Jimbo says he got it. Yeah, he didn't get it in the butt. It wasn't the small of the back. It was close to being the butt. You don't want a camera up the ass. And it is going to be a touchdown. It is confirmed a touchdown. 27-29. Oh my. Oh my. An extra point will make it a 3-point game. But if the Broncos really want to play around with it, they could go for 2 to make You get to 2, then the Bills have to get a touchdown. But if you miss it, then they can win it with a field goal. They're going to play it safe. They're going for just the 3-point lead. Snap, hold, kick. It'd be funny if he missed it. He does not. It is good. It is a 3-point lead, 30-27, with 55 seconds remaining. The Bills have all 3 timeouts. Pecan says free colonoscopy. Yeah, not great. Hell of a catch from Mims. Hell of a throw from Nix, man. You got to give credit where credit is due. Nix put that right on the money, and Mims was able to hold on to it even while having a camera shoved right up his butt cheeks. And there's Josh Allen just shaking his head like, all right, let's see. Can the Bills they got to get in field goal range. We could have Bovertime here with Bo Nix. And the Bills, 55 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. As I mentioned, the Broncos just took a 3-point lead over the Bills. The Bills have had 4 turnovers today. The Broncos have gotten 13 points off of those turnovers. The Bills right now, without those turnovers, would have a 10-point lead in this game. Pecan says they left too much time for Josh Allen. Says they left too much time for Josh Allen. Let's see if that's true. Or will the Denver defense hold the Bills from the 5 up to the 25 to the 27-yard line? And that is where the Bills will start. 50 seconds remaining. 3 timeouts starting on their own 27-yard line. The Bills need to get 3 points to tie the game. The crowd is loud at Empower Field at Mile High. Josh Allen and shotgun. Kincaid in motion. I almost said Dalton Knox again. Oh, shovel pass. Dangerous shovel pass from Josh Allen. That's going to be good for 9-2, Kincaid. 2nd and 1 on the 36, and the Bills will call their first timeout. Whoo! As you mentioned before, Pecan, squeaky bum time. Josh Allen has 26 career game-winning drives, 1 in the postseason, and that was last week in Jacksonville. Second and 1. Josh Allen in shotgun. He goes up to the line. Changing the play. Play clock at 3. At 2. They get the snap off. Josh Allen back. Throws. Deep ball. He's got Brandon Cooks. That's a catch. They're going to say incomplete pass. Oh, the arm came down out of bounds before the knee. He's got 1, and then wow, unbelievable, incomplete. So close. 3rd and 1 for the Bills. Allen's in shotgun. 37 seconds remaining. Oh, we've got offsides on the Broncos. Oh, you can't do that. So that moves it 5 yards. That makes it a first down for the Bills from their own 41-yard line. Alicia in the chat says, looking good, King, as always. Thank you so very much, Alicia. You ain't looking bad yourself. Thank you so very much. 1st and 10. Even though I can't see you, but I'm sure you're looking wonderful. 37 seconds remaining. 1st and 10. Clock is stopped after the penalty. Josh Allen takes the snap. Back, looks, throws, deep ball. That's just off target everywhere. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 32 seconds remaining. Bills still have 2 timeouts remaining. Shakir in motion. He's going far wide to the left. Josh Allen in shotgun. He takes the snap. Looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Shakir. It's a lateral! And that's Gabe Davis, and he gets it all the way down. Where are they? Zoom out. I got to see the yard. Where are they? It's a 1st and 10. The Bills are going to take a timeout. They have them down at the 32-yard line of the Broncos. They're in field goal range. What a play, the old hook and lateral. Oh, man, the old classics, they never go away, baby. They never go away. And the Bills are going to take their 2nd timeout. Bills have 1 timeout remaining. I Grow Fighting in the chat says, Buffalo! 24 seconds. 24 seconds. You are in field goal range if you are the Bills. First and 10. Josh Allen. Takes the snap. He steps up. He throws. Deep ball. He's got a man. Incomplete. No flag. No flag for interference. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 19 seconds remaining. Alicia in the chat says, congratulations on hiring John Harbaugh. So we will be celebrating with butt plugs. All they need to do now is hire Shane Bowen. You're listening to Jimbo too much. Don't say that. Don't say that. See, the butt plug thing, not inappropriate. Shane Bowen, massively inappropriate. How dare you? 2nd and 10. 19 seconds. Bills with 1 timeout. They're in field goal range. Josh Allen has trips to his right. He's in shotgun. Play clock at 6. At 5. He takes the snap. He steps back. He throws over the middle. Whoa! In and out of the hands and dangerously floating up in the air. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. 16 seconds remaining for the Bills. Looking to get it a little bit closer, and it almost turned into a disaster. Trips to the right again. Allen takes the snap. He looks, he throws. Woo! He had Dawson Knox on a seam going up the middle. Oh, man. That would have been the game. Oh, if that's just a little more on target, it is over. Just a slight overthrow from Josh Allen. And instead, the Bills will go ahead and tie the game up here, or attempt to tie the game with Matt Prater. Denver is going to take a timeout to try to ice Prater here. Prater. Denver down to 1 timeout remaining. Both teams have 1 timeout. Here we go. 50-yard field goal attempt to tie the game and most likely send it into overtime. We have the snap. We have the hold. We have the kick. It is up. Boy, that thing is as straight and true as you could ask for. And it is good. 30-30 with 5 seconds remaining. And for all intents and purposes, looks like we're headed to overtime right here on Stay Tuned Sports. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Wow. See, Alicia, with the squeaky bum time, having the butt plugs might not be a bad idea, apparently. Oh, God! It's always Saturday nights. Why is it always the Saturday nights? Either somebody at the sideline just pissed really hard or they just dropped a bottle of Gatorade. I don't know which one it was. Bill's ready to kick this one off back to the Broncos with 5 seconds left. It is kicked, and it does land in the landing zone. 5, 4, 3. The Broncos kneel on it with 2 seconds remaining, or they're going to put 2 more seconds. That's 3 there. If I'm the Broncos, I imagine they just kneel this one out and bring it into overtime. Jimbo said, "Oh, that's what I just said." Which one? The butt plugs and squeaky bum time, or that it's always Saturday night? Which? And the Broncos kneel it out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to overtime. Get the fives up. Because we got 5 quarters of football, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the P. Okay, yeah. I was like, someone's ripping like a racehorse, or somebody dropped the Gatorade. One or the other. I'm not sure. It feels like this is going to bleed into maybe the Seahawk and Niner game. But we will see what happens there. Whoo, dog it. Let me get some more coffee here while I'm up. Oh, no, the pot went off. No! Warm coffee. Coffee pot went off. I gotta let it warm up a little bit. Alicia in the chat says, "Golden shower, baby." Listen, what you've done in your life is of no judgment for me. Try anything once. Pecan says, "P for the D." I am not Tom Grossi. That is not what we do here. Tom Grossi is a nicer guy than I'll ever be. Pecan with the 5 up in the chat. That's what I mean. You can throw the 5s up. So we usually do the 4s. Even Taylor's usually there for the 4. But now we're at the 5, baby. Jimbo with the 5s up in the chat as well. Let me get the timeouts set here. 2 timeouts in the overtime period. Pardon me. So Buffalo wins the toss. They will kick first because you want to see what you got to deal with. Understandable. That's how that usually goes now with the new overtime rules. So Buffalo wins, and they will kick the ball off to the Denver Broncos to start overtime here. Overtime in Denver. Oh, Brandon Perner's got to be having a time over on his channel. Let's check his Twitter. Let's see how Brandon's doing over on Twitter. Skip Bayless says, "I would have taken the ball because you're fucking stupid, Skip." Sorry, trying to curse less. I just hate Skip. Skip Bayless is a piece of shit. Twitter is going nuts about this, and yeah, screw Skip. He's the worst. This game is taking years off my life. Brandon Perna on Twitter says, we're going overtime. Holy shit, 30-30 Broncos Bills. My arteries have been cleansed from the nonstop work my heart is doing. This game is too good to end. Football is fun. And here's the thing, too. If the Bills didn't give the Broncos 4 turnovers, this isn't even going to overtime. The Bills really have – I mean, I just think about it. It's just so absurd how this game has gone. Kickoff is away, and the Broncos will have it 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Oh, playoffs are different. They get all 3 for the playoffs, do they? Oh, look at that. Look at me not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So it's like they started off as a brand new game here. All right, I got it. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Broncos from their own 28-yard line. Nixon shotgun. Bills showing pressure. Play clock at 5, and here they come. Throws over the middle court. Court by Cortland Sutton. Caught by Cortland Sutton. 1st down and 10 for the Broncos. That's an 11-yard gain. So 1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Sutton is in motion. Nix is in shotgun. Play clock at 4. They snap the ball. Looking for Sutton again, and Sutton drops the ball this time. Incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 39? Yeah, 39. I don't know why I lost my place there for a second. I forgot where they were. $14:08. The John Cusack movie. Quick throw to Mims, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of like 1.5 yards. Oh, no. And that's going to be 3rd down and 11 now with that loss of yardage for the Broncos. Bo Nix breaks the huddle. We see some Bronco fan going through a mental crisis. Understandable. Anybody who's been a football fan has been in that position. 13:26 and counting. Play clock at 3. Bo Nix takes the snap. He's going to step up. Throws over the middle. He was looking for Sutton again, and it skips off the ground. Incomplete. 4th and 11. The Broncos are going to have to punt, and that is exactly what the Bills wanted. That is why you kicked the ball first in this new overtime. Oh, that was so close to being a completion. It went right through Cortland Sutton's hands and his arms to hit the ground. Incomplete. And now the Broncos will punt. And the punt is away. Any score from the Bills will make this game over. So here we go. That punt is going to pin the Bills down at the 7-yard line. So a long way to go. 93 yards to glory, or at least until field goal range. As CBS has put up on their screen on the score bug, next score wins. What can the Bills do here? Under center is Josh Allen. He takes the snap, hands it off to Cook. Cook is going to get to the line of scrimmage. That feels like it's going to be 2nd and 10. Josh Allen, 0 for 6, career in overtime, 0 for 2 in playoff overtime. Bills have to at least get to the Denver 46-yard line to be within field goal range. Josh Allen takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's back in his end zone. Dangerous. He's going to pull this one down. This is where he fumbles the ball a lot. He doesn't, though. He holds on to it. He gets 4 yards and makes it 3rd and 5 from their own 12-yard line. So big play here, 3rd and 5. Can the Broncos get the Bills to go 3 and out and have them punt the ball away? This is a big opportunity for both of these teams. This play right here, trips to the right for Josh Allen. He takes the snap. He can't find anybody. He finally throws open. Dalton Kincaid caught. And that's going to be a first down at the 25-yard line. First down. It's going to be a 13-yard pass to Dalton Kincaid. And for that 13-yard pass, you get a little look at Taylor. There you go, Taylor. Great to see you. 1st and 10 Bills from their own 25-yard line. Josh Allen under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Cook. Cook is gonna get 3 yards, 2 yards, 2.5 yards probably, but 2.5 yards, they count them as 3 yards. They say 2nd and 7 there on CBS, so I'll say it's a 3-yard gain, 3-yard run there from James Cook. 10:23, 22, 10:21 remaining here and counting in overtime. Next score wins the game. And we've got whistles. Denver has taken their first time out of overtime. As Pecan said in the chat earlier, he feels like maybe perhaps the Broncos defense is a little gassed. And that might be so. So here we go. As we look at the rest of the games we got going on, we got the Niners and Seahawks coming up next. Lloyd in the chat says, let's go Broncos. 2nd and 7. Josh Allen under center. Man in motion. Josh Allen steps back. Ooh, he's getting rushed. He does a shovel pass to James Cook out of the backfield, and he's going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 from their own 28-yard line. Third and 7, 28-yard line for Buffalo. 9:41 and 40 remaining in overtime. I just sneezed. I had to expel some boogers from my nose. 3rd and 7. Allen takes the snap. He's looking. He's getting rushed again. He throws it out of the backfield. And that's going to be right for a first down, 8-yard gain, Ray Davis. He threw that ball to Ray Davis about 3 yards in the backfield, and Ray Davis took it the rest of the way. And they got a first down. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 37-yard line of the Bills. They made it a 9-yard gain, not an 8-yard gain. Pardon me. Play clock at 2. At 1, the Bills just get it off. It's a pitch to Cook, and he's going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Coming back here for the Bills. Josh Allen in the huddle. Talking to the boys. 8 minutes and 10 seconds and counting in the overtime period. Next score wins. Allen in shotgun takes the snap. Looks, throws. Oh, he had a man! And McCole Hardman dropped it. Had him, hit him in the hands, and then as Hardman brings it into his chest to catch it, he knocks it out with his own chest. As he hits the ground, incomplete. What a huge play that would have been if he could hold on to the ball. He could not. Oh, no. Josh Allen back. He looks. He throws. Deep ball. Huge deep ball thrown. I thought it was caught. They say intercepted by the Broncos. The 5th turnover of the game for the Bills. Oh, no. Oh, I think you got to review this because where is he down? I think he does. He's down there, knees down, asses down. I think you got to look at this. Let's see what the officials say. iGrow Fighting says catch by Brooks. Boy, this is... Are they going to review this? They're not even reviewing it. They're just saying it's... Wow. Wow. They are saying it is just... And now they are... Now they are going to look at it. Buffalo took a timeout here because they want the refs to look at this. I think that's a catch, man. I do. I think that's a catch by Cooks, but they're not going to give it to him. I think that's silly, but either way, 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Throw out of the backfield. Mims gets that one. That's good for 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up from the Broncos' 23-yard line. Broncos, I mean, if the Bills lose this game, 5 turnovers is the story of it. That's why you lost. You can't turn the ball over 5 times and expect to win a game. Second and 7. Bo Nix takes the snap, throws, little 2-yard pass here. And then, they can't tackle him to the 40, to the 45, down to the 47. R.J. Harvey out of the backfield. He was a little 2-yard gain, and then he took it the rest of the way. 24-yard gain. 22 of that was just R.J. Harvey running the ball and the Bills missing tackles. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Broncos. Play clock down to 3, down to 2. They do get it off here. Bo Nix steps back. Big rainbow arcing shot. Incomplete. Broncos looking for a flag. They do not get one. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Little Jordan Humphrey was the intended receiver. Broncos lined up trips to the left of Nix, and Buffalo's going to take their 2nd timeout of the overtime. 1 timeout remaining for Buffalo. Pecan in the chat says he did not survive the ground. Very true. Second and 10, 6:09 remaining. Bo Nix steps back. He looks. He throws. He's got another deep ball. Incomplete. And now they're going to throw a flag. That's unbelievable. You didn't call it on the last one, which I thought was worse, and now you're going to call pass interference on that? You've been keeping the flags in all game, and then you do that. That's unbelievable. And that's going to be a 17-yard penalty. They say 2 fouls. They say roughing the passer and pass interference. You got to be kidding me. That wasn't roughing the passer either, but No, I think it runs like a regular half. If there's a second if there's a second overtime, it's like a second quarter. Like it's first quarter. You got to pretend this is a brand new game. Like this is the first quarter. So now that gives the Broncos 1st and 10 on the Bills' 36-yard line. So the Broncos already in field goal range. Yeah, there's second overtime, Lloyd. Stop. Lloyd's just being silly. Bo Nix is going to pull this down for some reason, designed run, and loses 2 yards. 2nd and 12 back at the 38-yard line of the Bills. Coming up here for the Broncos. Yeah. Bo Nix. Back, looks, throws. He's got another deep ball. Incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag. The officials are going to give the game to the Denver Broncos. The pass was down the Mims, and they say incomplete, but they say pass interference. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line, 30-yard penalty. They're going to say 1st and goal for the Broncos, and that's the game. Yeah, that's right, Lloyd. That's regular season. Playoff overtime's different. Playoff overtime, you play until there's a winner. It's different timing rules. There's also 15 minutes in this overtime, not 10. In regular season, it's only 10-minute overtime. Playoff overtime is 15 minutes. It's a full quarter if you need it. But the officials just ended this game, and it's going to be 33-30. The Denver Broncos are going to win the game. Yeah, they should have let them play it out. It's a shame the game's going to end like that. That's a shame that the game's going to end like that. I can't believe the officials are going to let the game end like that. That's how they. I hate when a game is decided by the officials. And this game was a good back and forth, and the officials did a great job all game of keeping the flags in the pocket. And you see the Bills just starting to say, yeah, no, they're. Yeah, it's going to be a half the distance penalty for the unsportsmanlike. I can understand it, though. And I understand it. So, I mean, So here we go. It's going to be 1st and goal, and it seems like the Broncos should just they're just going to go ahead and I would take just a field goal. Basically an extra point now. Bills take their final timeout. I'm going to ice a kicker for a 24-yard kick. I'll tell you what, this game has done nothing to have me think any better than of the Broncos. Because, again, the Bills had 5 turnovers. 5 turnovers. And it's still going to take all the way to overtime and having some really bad official calls there to get you to win the game. Like, I'm sorry. I do not buy the Broncos. Snap, hold, kick, up, good. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. The Broncos win 33-30. On what an underwhelming way to end that game. On what just disappointing. Disappointing that's listen, if it happened one or the other, it'd be fine. But to have it be like the officials called it, the officials called that game, and that sucks. All right, well, time to jump over. We've got Seahawks. We've got 49ers. We're going to figure out who's the first team to get to the NFC playoffs. And we'll see you over there right now. This one went a little long. Let's see what happens in Seattle. Catch you on the next stream, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kang. It's Stay Tuned Sports. Join that channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we go live.